Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to Tales of Agius. We're here for episode 4 now. We've been doing this for 2 months, guys. This is 2 months of Tales of Agius.
Crazy.
Wild.
That's crazy.
Playing every 2 weeks is great, but oh my god. Oh, I miss it on the off week. I really do.
I do miss it.
But yeah,
miss you
welcome
guys. I
back,
miss all my
everybody.
friends.
We missed you all. We miss you too, Tom. We miss you too. I miss all of you nerds when we don't get to play on Wednesdays. I get to Wednesday, I'm like, it's Tales of Ages Day. Oh, no Tales of Ages.
Same.
No Tales of Ages. However, you guys will all have some wonderful entertainment coming very, very soon. As when we return in January, we're gonna have this session. We're gonna have one more session in 2 weeks, and then I think we're taking a little bit of a holiday break, depending on dates. We'll figure it out, but we will have an exact date for you when we will return after the holidays, sorted soon. And then hopefully in January as well, based on some things Nate has been telling me, new rollers should be returning as well, so you guys will have a Wednesday stream every single week, which will be very, very fun. You'll have Tales of Ages on 1 week, and then you'll have new rollers on the other, which is very, very fun. We're very excited to get back into that, going into the Feywild arc, who involves a certain someone. I wonder who that could be. Alright, but about new rollers, because we're here for Tales of Agius, and I guess we should dive right into the recap then, huh?
Oof.
Yeah. Bit of an oof last session. But before we get to the
I
oof,
have no idea what you're talking about.
last time on Tales of Aegis, the party... Where did you guys start last week? I'm trying to remember where you started, because I know where you ended, but I'm trying to remember what...
We started at the dinner.
You started at a
Dinner.
dinner, yes. You guys went to dinner. You met with
Was
the children.
Bullied by a cat.
Yes, Astra was bullied by a cat at dinner, as she decided to speak with animals on the wonderful cat Tibbers, who in classic cat fashion was like, "Oh well, I run the place. This is my home. I live here. These humans are my servants. And now by extension, so are you." Poor Astra couldn't stand up to this little like 1 foot tall cat, tiny little guy. And Astra was basically bullied out of their food, but it was an interesting time. Some conversations were had at the dinner table. Some very interesting conversations about magic and again, how Gloria is not particularly fond of magic and magic users, which had a few people examining their shoes. But during this dinner, there was also a conversation had about some of you staying there for the night and potentially for a couple of days while you guys recover and get yourselves together and figure out where you're going next. This turned to be a little bit of a surprise to the children of Abraham, Lisa and Frankie, who seemed... so most of you seemed just surprised by this news, like they hadn't been told, but seemed perfectly okay with it because you guys have helped them out. But Aridia picked up on some kind of silent words being said between the two siblings and decided to follow up on it after dinner, going and speaking with Lisa as she prepared their room, and implied that she knew some things were going on, but perhaps not the full extent of it. And based on some insight checks and some good rolls and some stuff like that, was able to get a little bit of information out of Lisa about something going on with their sibling. And they kind of exchanged, some words, kind of understanding, wanting to protect your sibling.
Unheard of.
Going over to the other two, to Veldren and Sybil, you guys went back to the Abbey and you settled in for the night. Many questions were asked by Veldren. You guys had a lengthy conversation about some things going forward, and perhaps some people might be best to avoid. and such. Yeah, many things were said. And then everyone except Bishop went to sleep. And those who did go to sleep, a couple of you had dreams. Veldren had a strange dream about being in a familiar underground place, kind of in some sewers that I'd been walking through. And this seemed very similar to dreams they'd had previously, but two things that seemed slightly out of place. One, there was a sickly, inhuman-like crying sound echoing through the tunnels, which didn't seem to throw Veldren off too much. But what did throw them off was the fact that they saw the visage of their friend Sybil walk past them and head towards the sound. And despite their best efforts to stop them, they made their way to the source of the sound, and something seemed to happen, which was when Veldren awoke. Something bad. Upon waking up, Veldren, made sure that they were okay, that nothing bad had truly happened, but the crying sound persisted, as whatever that was seemed to be connected to something happening with one of the siblings, Lilia, who is in the Abbey, one of the daughters of Father Reynard. He quietly made his way downstairs to the basement level, where he found a door that seemed to be... Was it locked or unlocked? I can't remember. I believe
it was unlocked.
It was unlocked. Yes, it was. Found an unlocked door, but seemed to know better than to disturb her, so it decided to instead wait outside the room, kind of nestling down and just settling outside the doorway. Astra had settled in and seemed to be having a wonderful cozy time, until the cozy warmth turned into a burning heat as they found themselves back near the gate, standing at the edge of the pit, which is known to be an open gateway to the Nine Hells that demons pass through to reach the mortal realm. They were... I have to be careful what details I share here. They were met by a voice that they recognized as being the voice of their mother, a very tall woman with kind of bluish hair, a long kind of cyan-colored sword, gleaming armor, and a blindfold across her eyes. Talking to Astra, seemed angry, and said a lot of things about Astra abandoning their destiny, and if Astra would not return and would not fulfill what they were supposed to do, they would have to take matters into their own hands, removing the blindfold from her eyes. And for the first time, Astra seeing those burning red eyes as kind of gray start to set across their face. Astra tried to run, but instead fell, the ground falling out from underneath them as they toppled over the side into the pit, their wings extending but unable to fly, as Astra awoke from this hellish nightmare. And then finally we come to Bishop. Bishop decided to keep watch, as Bishop doesn't need to sleep, took their 4 hours of rest for the night, and then took to the roof to kind of keep watch as they were kind of outside at the barn. They noticed 5 masked figures carrying torches and crossbows making their way. Actually, no, there were more than 5. There were 7, I believe, made their way across town. 2 of them making their way, splitting off from the rest of them, heading inside the tavern itself, with seemed like all the lights and everything are off in there, but they headed inside. And then 5 of them making their way over to the barn and seemed to kind of look inside. Bishop kind of keeping a close eye but trying to remain out of sight. And once they disappeared inside the barn, Bishop pushed their luck a little too much as they made their way over to the barn itself, pushing the door open, and was met with 5 crossbows aimed at them, 4 of which let loose their bolts, hitting them directly in the chest, and they felt the familiar sense of death reaching out. But by a miracle natural 20 roll, their patron stepped in, saying that these people would not destroy their vessel. Bishop's vision faded to black, and when it came to again, they were standing, and all that remained in front of them was a scorch mark on the ground. And a little something that I will add that I forgot to add at the end of last session. The only thing that remained was a half-burnt one of the masks laying on the ground in the scorch marks. Still the edges of the white mask kind of burning a little bit. Not ablaze, but kind of like the edges of, when like the edge of paper kind of like simmers a little bit still. It's a bit like that. But yeah, it is the only supposed remaining piece of these people as far as you know. And that's what we'll pick up directly in that moment. Bishop, as you are collecting yourself, taking all of this in, seeing this mask, you are extremely hurt. The bolts you see are no longer protruding from you. They are on the ground as if they had been removed, but the wounds are still somewhat there. You are bleeding, and it's not good. You are not in a good way. You are on 1 hit point currently. But as you are kind of collecting yourself, as you're kind of struggling to hold on to consciousness, you feel almost like, that shiver you get when people say, like, a ghost passed through you or steps over your grave. You get a feeling like that as you see an all too familiar figure steps out of your space as the armored form of your patron turns to face you, staff in hand, almost taller now. You're not sure if it's because you're doubled over in pain or if she has grown in size, but she turns to face you, and her face is a mixture of anger and disappointment. She looks at you, her eyes, black irises, looks at you and with an angry look, holds out a hand, kind of grips her staff tightly. I have saved your life twice now. And what do I have to show for it? You are reckless, and you get yourself killed. I have given you a goal. I have given you a task, and yet you persist on pursuing anything else. You know where to find this catalyst. You know that she possesses it. We need to know what state it is in, because if the key is complete, then we can leave, and we don't need these people anymore.
And
But
I
if-
will now. Unfortunately, human emotion, people, do take a bit of time. And in my own defense, if I may be so bold, this last one wasn't exactly my fault.
Not your fault.
I can't predict an ambush.
You should be able to predict everything. You should be able to know when you are putting yourself in danger. You should know when to avoid things that you are not strong enough to overcome. I can give you my gifts, but I can only give you so much. Give and take, Bishop. And I have given you a lot. So I am going to give you one last chance. Make this right, and you'll be rewarded. But if not, well, perhaps I was wrong to choose you.
It will be done.
Good. She kind of turns a little. What's your passive insight?
Insight 12.
12. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, with your 12, she kind of like turns away as if she's almost done speaking to you, but she kind of, you notice she's kind of, well, she was gripping the staff in anger before. She's now kind of gripping it almost like she's holding on to it. Almost like you see what has happened. You see the evidence of her intervention, and the way now she holds her staff, it's almost like she's leaning on it a little, as if that might have taken a considerable amount of her power to do in whatever state she is currently in. For now, rest, recover yourself in whatever way you must. Use your injuries to persuade her to let you see it. I don't know. Do what you have to. Just make progress, Bishop. We don't have forever.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. And when you kind of look up, she's gone. What do? You are alone. You have the barn is as it was, apart from the scorch mark on the ground. There is this broken mask. But other than that, you don't see any sign of the other two members that you saw go towards the tavern. You don't see any sign of them. The town is mostly quiet as far as you can tell.
I'm going to grab the mask and like kind of fan it to put those little cinders out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up the bolts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna stow them away.
Mm-hmm. They are still covered in your blood, as are most of your clothes.
Yeah. If I look in the barn, are the torches that they were holding still there?
Charred pieces of wood, burnt through a crisp.
I'm gonna take those charred bits and put them in each of the char marks outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of muttering to himself. I'm gonna start walking to the barn,
Mhm.
and as I'm walking, I'm gonna cast message.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
This happened. This space where the Charmark is inside the barn itself, so you could like close the
oh,
doors and hide it if that was your goal.
oh,
It didn't.
perfect,
Yeah,
perfect,
they
perfect,
were
perfect.
not outside. This happened kind of like because you like opened the door. They were inside.
Hmm.
They shot you, who was in the doorway, effectively. And then whatever has happened here, they were the same place you saw them. There are just Charmarks on the ground now. So this is inside the barn
Okay,
itself.
cool, 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 cool,
Just as a
cool.
clarification.
Perfect. Love that. Okay. In that case, just leaving that there. And I'm still gonna cast a message to Astra.
Okay. It is the middle of the night. Astra would be asleep currently.
Would she? With the
Yes.
dream?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. If you send a message to Astra, Astra will not hear it.
Okay. He'd still send it and then get
Mhm.
no reply and just be like, okay. And is going to go and like lay on the pile of hay that was back where the shackles were,
Mhm.
and it just hold it down there and just like take a breather and
Yeah.
recover strength.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. You could, in this time, you could take a short rest. You would not have
Yeah.
time for another long rest, unfortunately. Also, you have just taken one. I believe you can't immediately take another, so you could take a short rest if you wanted to in the kind of like 3-4, like kind of like 2-3 hours you've got before kind of sunrise time.
Mhm.
But that's up to you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless something weird happens.
Yeah. No, you were able to kind of are you like keeping the barn door open, or are you closing it behind you to kind of close off the space inside? What's your plan?
Yeah, definitely close it.
Okay. Yeah. In that
But
case,
like it's not locked, but it is closed.
yeah. You close it, and yeah, you do not have any disturbances. A few hours kind of go by, and you kind of see kind of in a sort of bay window, kind of above the barn door, you kind of see the first creeps of light start to come in as everyone completes their long rests. Well, everyone else completes their long rests, and you all start to awaken. It is a
I
new
will say
day.
though, once I start seeing sunlight
Mm-hmm.
and like having traveled with Astra and like knowing her sleep schedule for the past couple
Yes.
weeks.
Yeah, you
Once
can you
I'm
can keep like checking in. You can like keep sending messages, and like if you're wanting to talk to Astra, like as soon as Astra is awake, you can just kind of just
yeah.
every now and then
Yeah, yeah,
message
yeah.
Astra. No, give it like
Yep.
20 minutes. Astra. Just like
Yep.
every sort of
Wait
20
wait an hour.
Yeah.
Cast message. Wait an
Mhm.
hour. Cast message.
Yeah. Sure, you can do that.
Yeah.
Um.
And if she is awake at any point, she would just get the message. If you are awake yet, if you could come to the barn, I could really use your assistance. If you could be, don't let Aridia know.
Yeah. You kind of get those strings of messages as you kind of come to consciousness, Astra. What are you doing as you wake up?
Yeah, well, remember she's not really coming to consciousness. She had a nightmare and had a full-blown panic
Mm,
attack, right?
this is true.
And then probably not too long after, here's another message. Here's a message.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she should reply, but she definitely, like, with her wings wrapped around her and the blanket wrapped around her, would probably try and sneak through the house, up
Okay.
to the barn.
Sure, make me a stealth check.
My Stardust, you haven't failed me yet, please.
I'm not
Please.
quite sure what Aridia's passive is, but I don't think Aridia's here right now, so I will double check.
16.
16. Aridia's passive is 12, so yes. So yeah, you're able to sneak your way out. And with a 16, yeah, you are able to kind of sneak down the stairs. You don't hear anything. Actually, you know what? Because it's the... Okay. You make your way down the stairs, and you're just like, okay, I've avoided all the people. Wait, the cat! And you like turn and you look,
fuck.
and Tibers is asleep, still, just passed out. You're good. You rolled a 10. You're fine. Like this time of day, for some reason, look, cat's like, first thing in the morning, time to get up and bother the humans for food. You have managed to beat his sleep schedule today. He's still napping. But yeah,
Love
you're
that
able
for
to
you.
make your way out.
Perfect. Yeah, she'll go out and look for Bishop. Still wrapped up in a blankie.
He told you where he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go out to the barn. You step in. You go to the barn. You kind of open the door, and Astra, you, as someone who spent a lot of time working on this barn yesterday, you would immediately notice the massive scorch mark across the ground just inside the doorway. It's like, it's not, for better lack of a word, it's not people shaped. It is just like the ground for maybe like 10 feet, just in like almost like a cone, is just blackened. It was not like that last night.
Bishop?
Yeah, because he's like walking around and like taking a rest, just like not doing much. You see Bishop, with no shirt on, and he's kind of like gotten like a sewing kit and is like stitching those holes back together.
In
you can
the
see, like,
clothes, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and you can see like along the ribs and the clavicle under the mask, and the shoulder blades and triceps are the same green scale that he has around his mouth. But he is there are leaking holes on him.
Yeah, he is wounded. He is like across
wait.
like from maybe like his from like across like his torso like down towards his stomach area. There you notice like 4 like wounds that I'm assuming you have addressed in some way. I'm assuming you haven't just left them bleeding. You probably like tried to like bandage them a little bit, I'm assuming.
No.
No? Oh,
They'll fix themselves. They always seem to.
I don't know if they would, Tom. I don't know if that's how that works. You would have to address them in some way, my guy. You would. That's.
Are you okay? What the fuck happened?
Oh. Good morning.
Oh, she'll be speaking in Celestial for this. She does not have the process, like the time to like translate anything to common. She's just.
Oh. Good morning.
Yeah. Hello. She's gonna walk over and just healing. Cure wounds. Yeah. Fuck it. 2nd level cure wounds.
Okay.
Aw, she
yeah.
cares.
She's stressed.
How much healing is that?
Let me roll 1, 2, 3.
So Tom, remember,
4 dice.
because you took a short rest, you can also roll some of your hit die if you haven't already.
Yeah.
That's 20.
20. All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 24.
24. Yeah, that's
Damn.
pretty damn good.
She's
I'll
stressed.
roll a hit die. Oh, a singular hit die.
Yeah, you walk over and you're immediately able to like the wounds start closing. You just like gently kind of like place your hands kind of on each kind of wound, kind of like healing them. And yeah, you just watch as he still looks pretty messed up, but he is no longer like the wounds have closed and he looks a little better.
Do you keep him like standing up as he's like stitching his clothes, or do you like make him sit down or something?
Oh, I thought that he was sitting.
No,
She probably would
he's
have
like-
made him sit down. She would have, while panicking, dropped the blanket. And like her wings would have been visible. 'Cause she's stressed. She's
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Whoa. Oh,
What happened?
what? What? What happened to me? What is that? Beautiful. Wow.
They've been called many things, but that was never one of them. Um, shut the fuck up, Abigail.
Hey, AO3, take a fucking note.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all weren't supposed to read that right now. Go back to it.
My wings.
I didn't know you could do that. It's amazing.
What the fuck happened?
Oh, right. So, I was originally I was on top of the house keeping watch. I don't really sleep, and there were some people that that went into the barn while I wasn't there. Kind of afraid about how they knew something was in the barn, but deal with that. I got ambushed. They had crossbows. They saw me when I thought I was being unseen. Apparently, not as good as I thought I was. Yeah, they took me down, and next thing I knew was that, just like point to the just star mark. No idea.
That was you?
I don't know. Maybe. I woke up maybe a couple hours ago.
Why would they come after you?
Well, just like kind of just pulled down the masters a little bit so the scale starts showing through. I think Room Rover Monster got out.
was that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
your mic's cutting out a little bit. You're being a little too quiet.
You're really
hold on.
quiet.
Yeah. Stage whisper.
Is that
Stage
better?
whisper.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna pull down the mask so like a little bit of the scale starts poking through.
Mhm.
I think word of a monster got out to the town.
Can Astra put two and two together from last night? The guy coming, Abraham coming in, kind of frazzled, and
Yeah, if you think Astra would put two and two together, then yeah, that's
Because
that's your logical conclusion. Then yeah,
she specifically came out of the farmhouse last night to be like, "Hey, what'd you do?"
mm-hmm.
Right? So I think you need to be a little more careful.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
suck.
No kidding. Does Astra look frazzled at all? Like when she came in from her panic attack?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like it's very clear that she had been crying. She's got her wings, like her hair's probably kind of like a bit of a mess. Like she's not looking good. Like she's clearly been going through it.
What happened to you? Are you okay? Just gonna just like brush a little bit of her hair back in place. What?
I had a nightmare.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to.
I was back at the gate and I saw my mother, and she blamed me for a lot of things, and I can't help but feel that she's right.
No. You are no one else's expectations. You keep being you. And if they don't see you for the amazing soul you are, then it's their loss.
I abandoned my duties.
Did you ask for the duties? Or were they put upon you?
Let me rephrase. I ran away from the prophecy.
There's a prophecy.
Apparently, I don't know what it entails, but apparently it's me.
So you would know that the prophecy that has been given, you wouldn't know the exact wording of it, but you would know that the general gist of it is that you were gifted with these powers that you supposedly have, that you've kind of been learning slowly over time, and that kind of similarly to what your mother said in the dream, your kind of end goal was that you would take over her position and you would have the power to seal the pit closed for good, closing that portal. You would know that much.
She wouldn't say that, though.
Well, The things about prophecies is they don't always give the best details. It's always a beginning and an end goal. I don't think you've abandoned it. You're just taking the scenic route.
Thank you, Bishop.
Of course. That's what I'm here for. You feel better?
Okay. Well, do you have more to add, or are we gonna leave on that?
I was Bishop asking. Feel better?
A bit, yeah.
You're more than welcome to crash out here if you want. I appreciate you patching me up.
Yeah, I said be safe. I don't know where that... We were speaking the same language.
I mean, yeah, we both speak Celestial. Well, I'm a big...
Yeah, there was like a miscommunication or something, because, I said be safe, and yeah, you weren't.
Oh. I tried to be.
I tried to be hard cut to you getting shot. Oh no.
So you can't blame me for that one. Anyway, it's still a bit before sunrise. You probably get a bit more rest.
I won't be sleeping again tonight. Should probably help you, like, sew the holes together in your clothes with mending.
Yeah, you're just there, just like manually sewing it back together, and that's just like magic fix.
Oh God, you're so much better than that at me at that.
Quick fix.
I think on that note, we will pan away from those two, and we will go over to the Abbey, to Veldren and Sybil. But I guess just for clarification, Veldren, you said you were staying down there, right?
For as long as the crying was happening.
That would be until sunrise. So,
okay.
Are you staying there? So it'd been about 4 hours at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So you've slept for a little bit of time.
Would you
be sleeping?
So,
downstairs, or you'd be trying to stay awake? You'd be resting, so you'll get your full rest. But
yeah, I would be definitely staying awake. I did my sleeping part the first 4 hours. Now I'm kind of in my
light because you're a drow. Yes, you're right. You're so right. Yes.
Yeah.
So you can be fully conscious of everything. Yep, you're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. You that happens. Gets to around dawn, and you just kind of almost like you're kind of trancing or just kind of keeping silence, and you just kind of notice it. Kind of it starts to get like a little quieter, gets a little more kind of just like sniffly, like as people tend to get as kind of crying comes to an end, and then it just goes quiet. You don't really hear anything. Do you continue to wait? Or do you leave?
I don't know.
Do you need some time to think on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Open the door.
In that case, we'll go up to Sybil. Sybil, you wake up. You've had a lovely night's sleep. No nightmares, no disturbed sleep. This is the best night of sleep you've had in years. A nice, comfy, warm bed. No particular threat to worry about. You feel great. The only thing that seems slightly amiss is when you wake up, Veldren is not in the room with you. You see the remnants of the kind of little sigil circle that he made the night before to summon Magus Familiar, Rust. But no sign of Rust or Veldren.
His bags would still be in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I would just assume that either I slept in a little too much or that Veldren's trance would have been over.
I mean, there is a
before.
window. You can see that the sun is just coming up. Like, it's morning. Like, it's early.
So, honestly, should probably just assume that that they started doing the work that was required to pay for the materials to get Rust back. So, I think she'd just quickly get ready and then go down to help because she would like to help with that too.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, you can make your way kind of downstairs as you kind of step out of your room. The door at the end of the hall also seems to open. And you see stepping out the young woman that you saw the night before. You see the form of Tessa, young woman with kind of blonde hair, kind of already kind of done up. She's wearing like a just like she would have probably changed already and kind of looks like she's already ready for the day. Kind of hair's brushed, clothes perfectly clean, kind of just looks over to you and goes, "Oh, Sybil, how did you sleep last night? Are you well?"
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for being so hospitable.
Oh, of course.
Do you have anything that we can do to assist you today or help to pay for the supplies
Oh.
that were given to us?
Well, I mean, I know Veldren has to pay off the work, and truly he doesn't need to, but if I feel like he's gonna persist, he seems like that kind of person.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, the only thing I really had planned for the day was, making sure the Abbey was clean. There's always dusting to be done. It always seems to find its way in, so I guess there's that. Maybe moving a few things around, perhaps washing a few sheets, that sort of thing. It's,
Yes.
It's basic work, but it makes a living, so.
Yes, yeah. I can get started on that right away.
That's very kind of you. Kind of like looks past you, is like, is Veldren with you, or?
Oh, no, I think they've already started their day.
Oh, I see. Maybe they went out for breakfast or something. Well, I mean, we can wait for them. We can get started if you'd like. I should probably also go and check on Lilia. I think she went sleepwalking last night. It happens sometimes. It's best to leave her to it when she does.
All right. Hope everything's okay.
She'll be fine. I'll just go make sure she is where she usually is. And yeah, she'll just kind of turn and just start making her way downstairs if you'd like to follow.
Yes, because I gotta get supplies to dust the place.
Yeah, yeah, she'll take you kind of downstairs. She'll take you to one of like the back rooms and stuff where there's a few kind of like cleaning supplies, kind of as a kitchen area. Kind of it's a little bit more of a living space, kind of outside of the main kind of abbey itself. But yeah, you were able to grab some supplies, and you were able to just get to it really. She'll kind of like start doing a lot of like she'll kind of give you the dusters and stuff. It's like, you've dusted before, you know what you're doing. You're fine, right? And then she'll kind of like take like a lot
Have
of the sheets and stuff. I'm assuming you have. I'm assuming you have dusted things in your life. Are you
Okay.
Listen? Dusting is not a proficiency on your character sheet, so
it's not a
up
proficiency
to
on my
you.
character sheet.
It's up to you.
Yes.
Dusting is not a
I
skill in
can
D&D.
figure it out. I can figure it out. It's straightforward enough.
You want to roll for how well you do dusting?
Yeah, let's roll for it.
Cool. Let's
Please be
say
that one.
just
Dex-
because you're trying to perceive where the dust is, let's make
Oh,
a
yeah.
perception roll.
I'm so perceptive.
Perceive.
Okay, 13.
13.
I was gonna argue investigation because you're.
I mean, yeah, it could be.
Look,
Well, I mean, it's
the same modifier.
It's the same.
All
Yeah.
right then. I was hoping to help you out, bestie.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a 13 either way. That's not bad.
Incredible. Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
good enough.
You
Stealthy is
you do some good dusting. But yeah, Veldren, kind of go back to you. You do hear kind of above you the sounds of people starting to move around. You do hear the voice of you do hear the voice of Sybil, and you do hear the voice of Tessa kind of moving around and stuff, talking about doing just seems to be light conversation as things seem to be starting their days. And then you do start to hear the sound of kind of moving inside. You do hear kind of footsteps kind of approaching the door. And you kind of stayed there. The door kind of opens. And you see Lilia looking the same as she did the night before. Maybe perhaps a little brighter, perhaps. But she kind of just almost immediately it takes a little bit of a step back as she wasn't expecting you to be right there, and she's just like, oh Veldren,
Lilia,
I wasn't expecting you to be here. Are you all right? Is there something I can do for you?
No, I mostly wanted to make sure you were all right.
I'm perfectly fine.
I just thought I'd heard something in the night. That's all.
She looks down, looks a little embarrassed, and you do see a little bit of color come to her face for the first time as her cheeks go a little pink. She's like, my condition is a little strange and causes me to sleepwalk sometimes. I come down here and I just seem to just wander around. My father and my sister say that they hear me crying sometimes, but they think it's best to leave me alone, which I think is best. But I'm fine, I promise. I know it's a little strange.
I know about your condition. A close friend of mine possesses the same. And so I guess I got lost in old habits. I would usually wait for them outside the door, just to speak with them, talk with them, make sure that they're all right.
Oh, your friend.
Mm-hmm.
And they have this same condition, the sleepwalking. The kind of looks down at her arms. Kind of the veins are there, but they're not as potent as they were before. It's like
yeah.
It's they have this.
Yes.
How do they process it any differently, or do they just do the same thing? Do they have the same symptoms, or are they slightly different, or?
It is almost the exact same symptom, if you'd believe it.
I thought I was the only one. I've never met anyone else with my condition before.
Neither had I.
What's your friend's name?
Iso. My friend's name is Iso. Istolil is his full name, but he prefers Iso.
Oh, well, I'd love to meet this Iso one day if you're ever passing back through here. it'd be nice to meet
I think that would
someone
do him
who
well.
has the same, deals with the same symptoms as I do. But it's nice to not
Yes,
feel so alone, you know?
I know. He goes through much the same. Do you know how you contracted it by any chance? I would love to know, just to see if I could find a cause.
No, I don't know if I do.
Have you ever come into any
Just make
magical
a
artifacts?
history check. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, she's making the history
Okay.
check.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, seeing if she can remember. Because she kind of seems to like think back and it's like, not magical artifacts. I don't think so. We don't really run into many of those in Gloria.
Yes, quite.
No, I don't think so. No. I mean,
Okay.
Sometimes the sick come here and we look after them, but you know we do as best as we can to protect ourselves from them. But I mean, maybe someone I treated had something and I caught it from them. Or I don't know. But I was very young. I almost don't remember the times before this.
Yes. Here. And I'm gonna reach in bag, grab some of the spare oranges I keep for rust, and hand one to her, just to help keep the vitamin C up. My friend often finds that having a snack after a particularly bad night tends to help.
Oh, Veldren, that's very kind of you. You notice the pink returns to her cheeks a little bit. She kind of very gingerly takes the orange slices from you. It's like, thank you. It's very kind. Well, I should probably she kind of looks down at herself. She's like, I should probably go bathe and change and get ready for the day. It seems like my sister is already hard at work. I hear that you're going to be helping her with some of her chores today. She seemed quite excited about that.
To repay for the herbs and everything.
Yes. That's very kind of you. Well, I'm sure she'll have plenty for you to do. Place always needs dusting, and there's always washing to be done. And if we have any patrons, I'm sure you can help.
Of course. And if you need anything, all you have to do is ask.
That's very kind. Thank you, Veldren. I will. And
I better get off and going though.
Yeah. And she'll kind of just give you a smile and we'll kind of start heading up the stairs kind of ahead of you. And we'll start heading up to the upstairs area. And yeah, you can kind of follow up to the ground floor where you will find Sybil doing an alright job of dusting. Do you want to make this would be perception for you. You want a perception check to see if any spots have been missed?
Yeah, that's gonna be a 15.
15? Sybil's done a pretty good job. There's it's one of those things where there's a little bit of dust kind of resettling in some places as it's kind of being it's like the areas that have been done look well done, but you can see there's speckles in the air starting to resettle a little bit. But it's mostly a good job. It is hard to dust out a whole place like this. It will take a long time to do. But yeah.
I will give a small chuckle and come up. Just after Sybil getting to some of the higher reaching places.
Yeah, she's trying to do she's trying to do the stained glass windows, but they're just so tall.
Mm-hmm.
She can only do half of it.
Sybil, let me help you. I'm
She's
right
on one
here.
of the pews.
I can either lift you up or I can get it myself.
I promise I can do it, please.
Yes.
You say you're
definitely.
balancing
Okay,
on one of the
alright,
pews?
Sybil.
Yeah.
Make me a dexterity check.
No, don't make me
no!
do things. 6.
6. You
I don't have
feel
inspiration.
you're on one of these shoes like, no, I can do it, as you kind of like
can do
get
this.
yourself like to maybe like you kind of do that thing where you step up on it, you're like, oh, I can balance on this, and then you realize the counterweight you had is gone as your other foot moves. You feel the pew start to slip. Veldren, you can try and catch her if you want.
Yeah, and I was
split
going to ask,
second
can I
moment.
try to catch Sybil?
Dexterity check.
15.
15.
Yes.
Actually, wait. Yeah, okay. You're able to guess her in time. Let's see if you're able. Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Sybil.
You're able to just catch her. She just like falls backwards.
I will catch her and set her down. Are you sure you don't need help?
You have to stop doing that.
Doing what?
Saving me.
Do you want me to let you fall next time?
I don't know.
I
There's
don't
a
think
learning
you would
curve.
like to. Yes, and the learning curve is falling.
Yeah.
I jest. Here, and I will cast Mage Hand, which is invisible, from Veldren.
Okay. You are still. Is it some verbal components?
Yes, verbal and somatic components. So
Okay.
I will
Yep.
say a few things under my breath, and you will just watch as one of the rags just kind of lifts into the air to start dusting.
Yep.
That is a bit of a trick, I know.
Wow.
Just a small cantrip. You don't need to help me today, though. This is my debt that I must repay.
Oh no,
The least I
I
can
would-
do for them getting Rust back.
I would like to help, especially since it was to get Rust back.
What do you mean by that?
Rust went away because of everything that happened.
Sybil, you cannot blame yourself for something you did. Did you willingly kill my familiar?
No.
Why are you blaming yourself?
Because Rust wouldn't have died if you had just let me get arrested.
Do you think Rust would ever be able to look at me the same if I let someone just get arrested without undue process?
I'm gonna
see-
be completely
you
honest,
see
I don't
Rust?
know.
You see Rust just like slithers up next to Veldren, and you see the little snake head just shake.
Yeah.
He just looks at you, Sybil, looks
Be
at
very
Veldren,
angry
just
at me.
shakes,
Be very angry at me.
flicks his tongue aggressively. Just
It says, I don't. Did it hurt? I don't know. Did it hurt Rust? Or
just
I'm
kind of
sorry
just
if it did. I'm sorry if I did, buddy.
just like cuddles up to you, kind of just like on your shoulder, kind of just like rubs his face on the side of yours. Seems perfectly content.
How did
He
Rust?
can't.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, this other drow man, older looking, in a suit of armor, came along and crushed him. Seemed to know that he was a familiar, but the Rust can't actually die. He just gets sent back to the Feywild, and well, I summon him back. I don't. Do you have a life back there, Russ? Do you have a family? Am I taking you from your family?
He just like looks at you and just blinks.
I think
Doesn't
that's
seem to
good.
react
No.
outside of that.
Take that as a no. It's better for my mental health. But he's a friend of mine. The first spell I actually learned to cast. Rust has been around for a while, and it is not the first time he has gone away. I think he's still angry at me for falling on him one time.
He does. You do that. You just feel like a very aggressive, just like whip of the tongue against the side of your neck. Just
there it is. Yup, I said I was sorry.
just a little. Tss.
But really, you don't need to feel bad about what happened with Rust. He's back now, and that's what matters.
Oh, I do. Hey, you know the person I told you we have to avoid?
Can I put 2 and 2 together now, DM?
She's
What 2 and 2 are you trying to put
now.
together, my guy?
Well, Sybil just said, you know the one we're trying to avoid, looking at Rust after, like, the whole, like, hey, can I?
Please roll another nat 1, I'm begging.
Can I roll for it?
Okay. What? So you're trying to work out whether you know this person?
Whether or not it was the what's his name?
The
commander?
head mystic.
The head mystic?
The head mystic, yeah.
You know what? I'll save you the pain. Yeah, you can probably figure out that that's who it was, kind of from the like the description and from everything.
They should have recognized him. I studied works he's written.
You were stressed.
It was a very stressful day, Sybil.
I don't blame you for not recognizing him. I don't.
In the city. He knows Rust now.
We have to go.
There's no way he knows that we're here in a small little town, and we still have problems to solve here. And we also have to see if the others would want to travel with us. I mean, like, safety better in numbers.
Oh.
It's going to Mistral, after all. I mean, if they're headed the same way, we might as well travel with them. We don't know what might be out on the road. Whether it might be bandits or miscreants or even the odd ogre.
Oh. Okay, well, let's... Look, I'm going to help whether you want it or not, and then we can go meet with the others.
Yeah. If you say so. I think at this point you'd also see, like, kind of the dark circles under... It looks like he had a long night. Like, didn't sleep too well. Hopefully they had a better night. Than I did. But yes, let's get to work, and then we can go find them. And we can make plans. We can see if we want to try to solve this werewolf problem. Maybe we could get some additional supplies from there, whatever it may be. But yes.
Okay.
And I think we'll get to work.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys get to work. You're able to spend the time doing some dusting. Veldren, if you could now make me an investigate. I'd call it investigation. Yeah, make me an investigation check to see how well you do in your tasks today.
That will be an 18.
An 18. Okay, yeah. Between the two of you, you do a pretty damn good job. You spend maybe the first sort of few hours of the day kind of doing that. You know, it probably only takes you like a couple hours between the two of you. This probably would have been like a half day, kind of 3/4 day job if it weren't the two of you doing it. But the two of you working together on it, and after like the like laundry and stuff is done, the both sisters kind of come out as well. Lilia kind of does some other tasks, but Tessa will kind of like assist you guys as well and kind of like, you know, point out some areas that are hard to get to and like, you know, some stuff like that. And yeah, between the three of you, you are able to get this done in like a couple hours. So yeah, you spend your time doing that. Whilst that is happening, last but certainly not least, we will go to Aridia, who you awake in your room. You also find your room buddy gone, as Astra is not in their bed. The blanket that they were wrapped in is also gone.
They seem like an early riser.
But yeah, you kind of come out of your trance, and what would you like to do?
I think probably similar to what she does most mornings, she will kind of get up, get ready for the day, and then go for a bit of a walk. Just like it's she feels weird being in a house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think for her, it's just probably walking out and maybe into the field a bit, just where it's
Mm-hmm.
no people and quiet.
Yeah. You're able to make your way out there. Yeah. The fields are quiet, no monsters lurking, no more shambling mounds. But yeah, you just are able to take a nice, lovely walk out to the fields. Is there anything else you're doing kind of in this sort of time after, perhaps during your walk or sometime after you have a little bit of time before everyone sort of reconvenes?
I think it's, I don't know, she doesn't necessarily, like, she's not one to pray, but I think she does focus a little bit on that connection
Mm-hmm.
that she has, and is just maybe focusing a bit on like her confusion over her brother being here. She doesn't know what to do with that.
Okay.
And the warning she was initially given.
Okay. So with that, you say you're working on your connection. You're thinking about that. Are you reaching out for help? Or are you self-reflecting?
I think it's a little bit reluctant, but I think she's reaching out for like guidance on
Okay.
what to do.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's her brother and she wants to trust him so badly. But also
yeah, you kind of think about that. You think about your brother and you kind of reach out. Do you say anything at all?
She doesn't normally reach out to him. I think it's just, I don't think she says anything out loud. I think she's just kind of almost like standing in the wheat field, just like eyes closed, just mentally reaching out.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of reach out, and you do kind of, you don't hear any words, but you do kind of almost feel like there is another presence kind of in your mind, almost waiting almost to answer. If you would like to ask anything, you do kind of feel almost that consciousness. The voice doesn't speak, but you know that he's there.
Ooh. I think keeping eyes closed, she does out loud. It was his job to protect it as well. He should be able to help me, no?
As much as I would like to disagree, for now I believe your goals might align. The artifact that you carry, it is incomplete. There are parts of it missing, purposely scattered across the world to prevent someone from remaking it.
I have been looking, but it has not been easy to find anything.
You haven't known what to look for.
You could be a little more direct with what you want me to find.
Do you have the artifact with you currently?
I do.
You do?
It doesn't, unless it's where I typically would hide it, it is always on my person, tucked away.
Yeah, you have your bag with you then, and you'll kind of hear him say, "Show me."
I kind of reach into, it's one of the like bags that kind of like straps onto like one of your legs. So I reach in into like the bottom where there's a hidden pocket, and I pull it out.
Yeah. It is a you produce this large hexagonal box. It is kind of golden in shape, mixed with silvers. Around the edges, you see engraved patterns, draconic in nature, almost like scales have been... Either the box itself has been made with scales, or the scales themselves, or the metal itself has been turned into the shapes of scales.
Mm-hmm.
Each side depicts a different image. One side depicting a man in this kind of silvery blue armor, watching over a kingdom of many people. Another side shows that would have been the second side. The first side, I skipped one, shows the shapes of dragons. Maybe there's several, but it's kind of a skyscraper of stars and dragons kind of flying through the stars themselves, and you see a small shape, kind of circular shape, that they are flying towards, almost like a planet.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, as I described, is this man kind of showing this this kingdom. And standing next, in the third image, you see the same man kind of standing to one side, but a tall woman in kind of black armor, kind of blackened metal, standing where he would stand before, staff in hand. The people also holding kind of weapons and such, almost like the people have become an army. The fourth image depicts a large platinum dragon,
Mm-hmm.
facing off with a 5-headed dragon, all different shapes and sizes and different colors. The final image depicts what looks almost like a large dragon scale, almost egg-like shape, and the man in armor walking away from it. The look on his face, one of sadness. And those are the images you see around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
These images all tell a story. It is one of tragedy, one of difficult decisions. But ultimately, the reason I needed this artifact to be protected was because at the time it was created, I did not know what decision to make. And truly now I still don't know what decision should be made. Your brother, he has someone else guiding him who is also looking for this same artifact, hoping to complete it. It has 2 uses. One can be used as a key to release someone from a great prison. Its other use is to destroy its occupants.
Mm-hmm.
I made it this way because those were the 2 options I was presented with long ago. And I was unfortunately too weak-willed to make that decision at that time. When siblings are involved, it's complicated. My sister, Takesis, she is guiding your brother's path. She would also like to see this completed. And ultimately that is the goal for myself as well, as a decision needs to be made. This image you see, kind of, you almost feel, you don't see a hand, but you almost like feel like you are being guided to look at the last image. That structure is a great prison that currently holds her. I don't quite know how she has managed to reach out beyond her bounds of her physical form, but she has, which means she's getting stronger. So, a decision needs to be made.
Whether or not you release her or destroy her and the others?
Yes. It's the way you can complete this artifact. He kind of, you see, again, not really pointing, but you kind of feel yourself guided to it. You look to the top of this hexagonal shape, and you see 5 circular spaces, almost like slots in a way. There are 5 pieces of this key missing. Draconic artifacts that can be used to complete this. This is but a catalyst. The keys themselves are scattered across the world as I intended it to be, so that no one man or woman or person could rebuild this. Not without great effort or great extent. Not that I wouldn't notice. You will need to find them. And once that is done, you will have to travel to her prison. And only then can that decision be made. But know that until that time, your goals with your brother and my sister will align, completing this artifact. Only when the time comes to make that final decision, once the catalyst is inserted, will that choice need to be made. And I will tell you now, I don't know what the right decision is.
Yes, it is understandable. She is your sister, after all.
She is. But know that I did not imprison her simply to spite her. She was going to do terrible things. At least, that's what I believe them to be. I do not know what she has whispered in your brother's ear, but there are two sides to every story. I'm sure he will tell you one day, if she decides to tell him, if she has not done already.
Do you want me to keep you a secret from him?
She already knows. I could sense her presence as soon as we cross paths with her. If she has not told him already, again, I'm sure she will tell you soon.
And
It's hard to keep
Kazakh.
secrets from your family.
You would think so. Bishop and I have a habit of keeping secrets from each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Karzak and the other man, are they still looking for the catalyst? Or I know that they think that I am dead, but
I don't quite know how they play into this. That was an unexpected factor. I don't know if they are working for my sister or if they are a third-party entity who would want something else. But you should be wary of him, regardless. If he appears to you again, especially with that other one, terrible things could happen to this world.
I don't plan on letting him walk away should our paths cross again.
I will give you all the assistance I can, if you will accept my gifts.
That's hands, not Aridia.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I am still considering what has been offered.
Take your time. I know this is a lot, and you have been dragged into something that perhaps was not your choice. And you can still choose to walk away from this. You both can. This is not your fight if you don't choose it to be.
No, but it is my family's legacy to protect that.
And she, gestures towards the box that she's holding.
That is noble of you. Protect your legacy in whichever way you see fit. And then you hear the voice go quiet.
Yep.
Yep.
I stand there just a little bit longer, and then I will eventually head back toward the farmhouse.
Yeah. Okay. At this point, I will say that yeah, you guys can almost start to reconvene. It's kind of getting towards like the middle of the day now. It's kind of around lunchtime. The town itself seems even quieter than usual.
I wonder what that is.
Yesterday, you know this town has maybe like 30 people max, but today it seems like even less people are around. And it's not
Yeah,
just
like-
people being busy at work, but just there's almost a
Wow.
weird tone
It's almost
across.
It's almost like there's 25 people in this town now.
yeah. It's
I
like
swear to God, you guys.
dying.
I was trying to be
I
cool.
know
I
that.
was trying to be cool and say cool things, make fun of me. Wow,
Who could
Wild
have
player-
foreseen
your
this?
players derail session 1.
fuck's sake. Anyway,
Who
but
could
yeah.
have foreseen such actions?
Yeah, where it is kind of around sort of lunchtime. Where would you guys kind of go? Would you? What would you like to do? Is probably you kind of all start to kind of reconvene as maybe Veldren and Sybil finish up at the abbey itself, kind of finishing with the cleaning and such. Veldren, as you're kind of going to leave, sorry, I forgot a thing. I had a thing. There it is. Yeah, Veldren, as you kind of go to leave, Lily sort of thanks you again. It's like, thank you for your kind words this morning. I greatly appreciate it. And if your friend Iso ever comes by, I would love to meet him.
I think he'd like to meet you as well.
She kind of smiles. It's like,
He is.
anyone who is a friend of yours must be a wonderful person.
He is incredible. I will make sure to bring him by. Whenever I come back to the city, I'll be leaving for a while, but whenever I come back, I will make sure to bring him out here. He could do with getting a bit of fresh air, I think.
Sometimes I think about getting out of this small town. Well, maybe if I
think
can
you should
find a way
at some
to
point.
fix this. It would be nice to see more of the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something I can agree with.
And as you kind of make your as you kind of go to leave, Tessa will kind of come over to you as well, and will kind of take the cleaning supplies from you and Sybil and be like, thank you, we greatly appreciate your help. Your reward. And she hands you a little kind of a small like package of something kind of wrapped in a blanket, and kind of just hands it to you. It's like, for all of you.
Veldren does not take it. No.
It's more...
I did this as repayment. I
know.
for the herbs that you
I
gave
know
me.
you did, but you're gonna need some of these again at some point. So I wanted to give you these as a gift from me. You wouldn't turn down a gift now, would you, Veldren? It's quite rude to turn away a gift. Kind of gives a side smile to Sybil.
Sybil's like wanting to send a message to Veldren, like, you should take it because it's wrapped in a blanket and we're down a bedroll.
Yeah, I'll look at Sybil like, do you agree, Sybil? Like,
Damn, could you imagine being down a blanket?
Both of you against me. I cannot ignore the rules of hospitality.
You've been
Thank
plenty
you.
hospitable to me and my family, so let me be hospitable to you. Take it.
Thank you. And I will take the bundle,
Yeah.
put it into the pack that I'm carrying with me.
Mhm.
It means a lot. It does.
Of course. Thank you for everything you've done. And hey, if you ever come back here, well, I'm acting like you're leaving. You're not leaving today, are you? Or are you staying a little longer?
Perhaps
You always have a place here
We
if
may-
you need it.
we might stay another night, but we might also end up leaving today. So if we do thank you for letting us stay here, for using another room of yours.
Huh.
And make sure to tell your father I said thank you as well.
Of course. Well, don't be a stranger.
Of course. If I ever come back, I will definitely come and visit. I will come visit at some point. This is a beautiful town, and it has been nothing but kind to us.
Of course. Thank you. And as you're kind of finishing your conversation, she kind of looks past you and looks a little just like looks as someone else seems to be kind of walking up, kind of speed walking over, kind of like steps just past you, like, excuse me, Tessa, is the father around? I could use his I could use his Oliver is missing, and I don't know where he's gone. I'm just a little concerned. I haven't seen him since last night, so I was just wondering if perhaps he had seen him, or if I could just, you know how I get. Yes, of course, absolutely. He's just inside. Anything you need, I can put tea on for you if you need something just to calm your nerves. Thank you. Business as usual, she says, kind of looking to the two of you, kind of just gives you a smile. It's like, I'll take care of this. You two, go look after yourselves. It was lovely to meet you both.
Lovely to meet you as well. Thank you.
And she kind of steps inside with this other woman, and yeah, you two can make your way out into the town. Yeah, you kind of, as you two are kind of making your way out, you probably see Aridia kind of coming back from the fields. It's just very small. And I'm assuming Bishop and Astra would probably emerge from the barn at some point.
Yep.
Astra and Bishop probably had like just small talk, just
Just small talk.
whatever, and she probably just like drifted and like took a little nap before.
I think to take Astra's mind off things, Bishop had run down the ingredients, techniques, and methods of cooking his favorite dishes.
Okay, that's cute. So yeah, as you make your way out, Bishop, your clothes are fixed. They are not clean.
Prestidigitation.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
sure. Yeah,
Yep.
You know what? That fixes it. Yeah. Just, your clothes are clean. It is no longer soaked in your own blood. You are good.
Yay.
But yeah, you walk out perfectly fine. Nothing bad happened to me. Oh.
Question,
yeah. Yes.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
I leave this in your hands.
Okay.
What color is my blood?
It's normal.
Orange.
It's the same.
Okay.
I want it to be green.
No, it's the same.
Orange, you'd be glad it's the same.
Jeez. So we'll take a D4 of psychic damage. No,
right.
don't
I
actually.
gotta go. I gotta leave,
I gotta-
guys.
I gotta leave. I need to go walk my fish.
Anyway, yeah, the group of you sort of find yourselves kind of meeting up in the center of this town. What would you guys like to do as you all reconvene?
I'd give him a little wave, like, hello. I hope you all had a bit of a better night than I did. You see the very obvious circles under his eye, like even more pronounced than usual.
I can't say I did.
Would Astra's wings still be out?
Don't
Probably.
Don't they last like a minute?
Would you? Yeah, they only last like a minute
I don't
normally.
know.
But you said they were still out before, so I was like, that's fine. It's been several hours. I will say they have gone away.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Just because of the effect that it comes from, it doesn't last that long. So
Fucking mint.
fucking man.
I'll look at Bishop. And go, oh, did you also have nightmares last night?
Oh no, I don't sleep.
That's right, you mentioned something. You mentioned something about your physiology the other day. Yesterday.
I just look this good, all natural.
Astra's just chuckling. Just
Inquiry.
after knowing what she
Also-
knows, just
Aridia,
After saying that, it turns to Aridia and says, "I dare you say something."
Aridia, you can tell he's
I already
fucked
did.
up. Something happened to him. Like you as his sister, you know something's up. Something happened to him. He's been roughed up a bit. Like the clothes are
It's not
fixed,
usually
the
this sassy
clo-
in the morning.
the clothes are pristine. They are like perfectly
itself
like
is a red
magically
flag.
clean. They are like, but he looked rough.
So you have finally learned how to take care of your things, but not yourself?
Oh, I
Sybil
know this
starts to
combo.
turn
Oh,
around to
I.
leave.
No. I'll grab some. Like, no, this is just getting good. Trust me. I know exactly what's about to happen. I know exactly what's about to happen. My money's on Aridia.
Okay.
You know, I've been alive past 60 years before you were born. I have plenty of embarrassing stories I can tell everybody.
Yeah, but I also have quite a few more years on you now since you were.
Okay, listen here, piss waddles.
Better. This is better than my brother and I ever had.
what is happening? I was on Aridia's side.
I just want to explain what happened last night because nothing was supposed to happen last night, but tonight instead. So why
Aridia-
exactly do you look like
We're just standing here.
You guys are standing in the middle of
Are we
yeah.
just out in the open?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but the
absolutely.
town's
We
real
are
quiet.
out in the
so-
open.
You guys are out in the open having this conversation, not quietly.
That's why Sybil was trying to leave.
Bishop's just gonna like rub his chin over the mask to like cover his mouth, and just gonna say, "I fell off the barn wall. I was doing a perimeter watch." And then it's gonna cast a
What is that what it's
message
called?
to Aridia.
On the barn.
Listen here, you little shit.
Bishop,
Oh, no,
deception
that was
check for
Tom.
everyone else.
That
Yeah.
was Tom to Astra. Or no,
You don't have
to
subtle
Jasper.
Yeah. Me,
Yeah.
name.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Arcana.
Messages
It would be insight
Oh, yeah,
checks.
that's-
Insight
Yeah,
checks.
it's like this. And
It'll be insight.
Yeah, insight checks because
Oh,
Bishop
yeah.
is lying. So deception
I'm
check for
saying-
you, Bishop, and insight checks for you two.
oh no, I was
you
about
three,
to
then.
do a thing. I was about
Actually,
to do a thing, but
Ashley,
I'm,
you don't need to roll. You know what happened. Oh wait, no, you don't. No.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you do. Astra
No, I
knows
know
what
it.
happened.
They told me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. You have that then. Yeah. But you
But yeah,
know he's
the
lying.
way I'm
Saw the evidence.
Yeah.
the way I'm imagining Bishop is casting this message just looks like if the wire is here and he goes to like rub his chin, and that's how he's casting the message into the wire.
What was that deception check?
Also,
Listen
But-
here,
Oh,
also
Oh, no,
she
that-
does say so that's what we're calling it now. She like kind of mutters it, not like out loud, but like
Oof.
okay. Deception check.
And then
That's-
insight for Sybil and Veldren.
Sybil failed because she's too busy trying to picture this person that she has spoken to once doing a perimeter watch on a barn wall.
hold on, where is my dice?
And also I rolled low, so
Fair.
That's fine. What'd you get, Aridia?
You
I didn't have to insight.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
you messaged to Aridia.
Yeah.
Aridia knows you're lying.
That's right.
Natural 20.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
For a
21. Oh, we have a
okay.
+1 to insight.
I rolled a 17.
Mhm.
Plus
Plus-
7, so
plus
24.
7. Damn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Veldren, you are
Yeah.
not sure.
I'm more like trying to like think like
It's like
Veldren probably catches my
barn.
reaction with a 21 insight.
Yep, but yeah, he
Yeah.
sends you the message saying,
Why on top?
why on the barn wall?
"We are out in public. This is not a conversation for prying ears. I'll tell you about it later."
I don't know if you haven't noticed the
The town.
Wow, the clown.
just as to Astra's head, the clown.
The crown.
The crown.
The crown. Praise be upon the crown.
Abigail's gone.
Hey.
Abigail's gone.
And you can respond to
I'm
this
locked
message.
in.
Yeah. But yeah, it just goes back. Not a conversation for public ears. I will tell you about it later. You can respond to this message.
Respond to this message after the beep. Beep.
Yep. You can respond to this message after the beep. A
Just
beep.
not just that, but just out loud.
Why don't we have a conversation someplace a little quieter?
I think that sounds like a great idea.
You guys have the tavern that you could go to if you would like, or if there is anywhere else you'd like to go to.
I don't know if the tavern is a good idea though.
The
This seems to
barn.
be a private conversation. So I'll come find you. I'll come find you all later. I wanted to speak to you all about. Anyways, as long as that's something we. I want to. Sybil, as long as it's something we wanted to do.
As you guys are going, Bishop's gonna like reach out and like grab your arm before you go. Just another thing I saw, but I was keeping watch last night. Be careful in that tavern we were in. Something fishy.
A tavern.
Yeah, the one we all met in.
Okay.
It's a small town tavern. What could be the worst thing that happened there?
Astra's just gonna whisper in Bishop's ear, like, I mean, if they're associated with us in any way, wouldn't it be more safe for them to be around us right now, or away from us? She's like
That's-
confused.
Maybe a bit of both, but you know what? You two, everybody should be a part of this conversation.
Truly.
All right.
Is there anything that you
It
need
must
to
be
know?
something about the plant creature we fought the other night. Yesterday.
It's about a creature.
All right.
Side eyes.
All right, where are you guys going to have this conversation?
The middle of
look-
that field.
We're just gonna go sit in the middle of the field.
The barn.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the barn.
You're going to the barn?
Into the barn.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As soon as you enter the barn, as you all walk in, I'm assuming Bishop and Astra are the first two in.
Perception check.
Yes.
No,
yes,
no.
perception before we get the fuck in there.
I think they're making perception checks to see if anyone's following.
Oh,
us.
okay. Yeah. Sure.
I'm
Yeah, you can-
I'm assuming.
if that's what you would like to do, yes. Hey, you gotta ask, and I'll tell you what the roll is. But yes,
that's fine.
it would be a perception check.
Yeah.
If you're trying
that's-
to make sure you're not being followed, yeah.
Yeah. Bishop is specifically like when they get back to the barn is like making sure he doesn't make the same mistake he did last night.
Okay. You've made the perception check.
I rolled a dirty, slutty, filthy 20.
Nice.
Hey, I have a name, thank you. Holy shit. 22.
Sorry, can I say
Nice.
that on stream?
Yes.
Sure.
I say it all the time. Yeah,
We've
you're
done
fine.
it many, many times.
What about
I'm
everyone
many a
else?
time.
How's everyone else?
Oh,
I'll
7,
14,
No.
7,
Yes.
9.
21 for Aridia. Okay, so for Astra, Bishop, and Aridia, Bishop, Bishop, Astra, and Aridia, as you're all making your way over to the barn itself, you kind of like are looking around, like making sure you're good. Bishop, you kind of open the door to look to make sure no one's inside. You don't see anyone inside hiding, but you kind of like step and kind of start ushering everyone else in. And I think Veldren and Sybil are a little distracted by something else in this barn that they've not seen yet, which is why they do not see anything. But for the three of you, Astra and Bishop kind of like letting everyone else in, and then Aridia kind of being the last one in, also kind of head on a swivel, used to looking after yourself. the three of you do notice a couple of townsfolk kind of like talking at the edge of the kind of near the kind of housing area, kind of near to where the blacksmiths is. You do see a couple of figures kind of like talking and kind of like looking in your direction every now and then.
Do I
Actually,
see
no, they
Liam
they
out?
wouldn't be looking in your direction, but you do see one person kind of talking to another. One of them seems, one of them is a kind of a younger man, and then there's kind of an older man trying to almost comfort them as one of them is kind of crying. But they don't see you. Sorry, that was my confusion. Yes, but you do see those two as something seems to have happened that's upset this young man. But yeah, you guys make your way inside, and Veldren and Sybil, you guys step in and you immediately see a large, relatively fresh-looking scorch mark across the ground in like a cone shape, directly from the door inward.
Oh, I didn't know it was a
It's
cone
also
shape.
there is also a smell, not of like of just like burning, like a little bit of like old like burning, like you know when there's been a fire, like almost like a smoky smell.
Yeah. Of like ash.
Of like
Ah,
a
Somebody
trinkets.
cast fireball and didn't care how big the room was.
Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Oh,
I
Sybil's
take
first
it-
thought is they just got lured into a trap.
I think
So-
Fulton's is also similar of like looking at it and looking up. And I was like, I take it this has something to do with it.
But last
You-
night they weren't supposed to get out.
What?
What?
What? By any chance, do I see Abraham
nope.
out and around? Nope. Okay.
They weren't supposed to get out. This is all sounding like y'all trapped us.
Well,
Get out.
no, I
Wh-
guess.
What do you mean get out?
Be out. Well, I was going to have a conversation this morning and didn't want to bother anyone last night before we all went to sleep. I think I know potentially who this monster is that is getting out.
Man, I don't know if they're getting out, but they're definitely using their bond.
Yeah. I had a conversation with Lisa last night. I went up to help get the badger ready, and I'm relatively good at reading people, and they were trying to cover up / protect Frankie. And they said, well, they made me promise that if we heard anything tonight, not last night, that we would stay in our rooms.
I don't know who these people are, but
Bishop wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Yes, the werewolf. The werewolf did
What?
this.
No. Technically, I guess I did this.
Excuse me?
Okay,
I look at the radius and go,
So, all right, it's story time. Oh, man, how far back do I go? Well, it all started when we first defeated that plant creature. I came in. It was me and Astra would being very helpful in fixing up the bond.
Wait, did you find something?
I took a look inside. I'm just gonna like walk back to the pile of hay that basically
like-
they slept on.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little bit of hurt on Astra's face that you didn't tell her.
And just gonna move the hay to show the shackles and the claw
Yeah.
marks.
Yeah, you see the rest of you. You see kind of old-looking metal shackles, quite large in shape. a metal chain going from them where they are on the ground, kind of going into the wall, and then on the wall next to where the chain is bolted in, you see claw marks of some sort of creature of some kind, which lines up with the stories you've been hearing.
I found this, and this was back when I was assuming we were all going to be sleeping in here. I did not tell you because I didn't want you to be worried. And I figure if you didn't know, you would be able to rest well.
Wouldn't rest well either way.
And I apologize for that. But when I found out about this, I took it upon myself to ask a few questions of our gracious host. I'm gonna be honest, I was a little bit pushy, and I unfortunately might have scared the piss out of a man. I did feel really bad about that, but cleaned him up before he went.
Bishop.
Listen.
Yeah,
I was afraid.
Suddenly, Abraham's terrified face makes a lot more sense to those who saw it when he arrived last night and had to take a minute to go collect themselves. Suddenly, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I didn't come to dinner that night. I thought it best if I give the man a bit of peace and stay to the barn. But I have a feeling word about the monster might have taken.
Shows your other form.
Yeah, like I said, I scared the piss out of a man.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
Oh, it gets worse.
Now they're looking for a different kind of monster.
Bishop. Honestly.
I know. By the way, anybody in this group got more than 3 brain cells in them?
Yes.
You don't count.
Okay, you know what?
I'd like to believe that we all have quite a few brain cells.
Good, it's you. And is gonna pull out the mask from his bag.
Do I recognize said mask, DM? Like, I'll take it and
Yeah,
kind
you
of look
see
at
this
it.
mask. This isn't anything like you've seen before. It looks kind of almost like a little bit... the vibe of it, it's a little bit like theater mask-esque. But it's just a blank mask with kind of eyes and like a kind of blank expression mouth. And it is half of it. It is burnt at the edges, which lines up with the...
Scorch mark.
with the scorch
on the
marks.
floor.
Things are starting to make sense. Yeah.
So, last night, while you two were having your rest, a group of people in the town wearing their masks congregated. Half of them split off. I believe about 4 of them went into the tavern. 5
There's
of
two
them.
or 3.
Yeah.
2 or 3. It was definitely not 5.
5 came to the barn.
A few, yes, 5 came to the barn.
Yeah, because I thought I remember in the clip it said 4, but any Hoosier. Yeah, a group of them.
4 of them shot you. There's
Yeah.
5, yeah.
1 missed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A group of them went into the tavern, and a group of about 5 came up to the farm. Looked like they were looking around for something, and then they went into the barn. I tried to stay hidden and keep a lookout, especially since they were carrying weapons. Last thing I wanted was for the two of you to be in danger. Don't roll your eyes at me. Anyway, I was not hidden as well as I thought I was, and one of them missed, but I was shot 4 times with crossbows.
And you survived 4 crossbow bolts to the chest?
That's actually a great question, because the next thing I know, I black out. Then I wake up, and I'm just gonna gesture to the charred scorch mark on the barn. And then this happened. This is what I wake up to.
I'm kind of looking around the scorch mark almost. It's very powerful magic.
Honestly, I don't.
And you did this?
I'm gonna be quiet. Completely honest with you, friend. I couldn't tell you.
Insight, please.
I would also like to make insight.
No.
Go for it.
I don't need to roll insight for this one.
Aridia, I will say for you as well,
shit.
with you
And
kind of
that
seeing
one.
everything today,
Uh-huh.
you
Oh,
put
knows?
together what you saw outside. You saw someone being upset about something, and then supposedly some people being here and then not being here. A horrible feeling starts to form in your stomach as you realize what might have happened here.
That's an unnatural 20.
20.
Also an unnatural 20.
Ooh.
I rolled in that one.
Nope. Astra, you have no idea.
But yeah, he's being
And
honest.
Sybil as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being honest. He doesn't know if he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sybil, what did you get?
I got a 22.
22. Okay.
Honestly. And yeah, Aridia, if you rolled over a 10, I'd give it to you.
What was it? So, Sybil, what was it specifically you were looking for as well with your insight?
Just because I know about lying by omission,
Details being missed.
Yeah,
Things not
that's
adding
what
up.
I'm wanting. Yes, that's what I'm looking
There
for.
is a very important detail that seems to be missing here. That Bishop isn't lying. There's just there are puzzle pieces that are missing here, and the blacking out stuff seems to be like that is true. Like you're like, yeah, I blacked out and then I woke up and this happened, but not knowing how it happened, you feel like he's holding back about that. There's something here that he's keeping from you.
And just to kind of get a picture of like how we're situated in this barn, I'm guessing the door is closed.
Yeah,
And
if you guys would have closed it when you came in, yeah.
I the way I picture it in my head is we let you guys in, close the door, and then Bishop moved further in
Got it.
to make make everyone else more comfortable and closer to the door.
But also, you went to the far end of the room to show the manacles as well, so you guys can be
Yes.
wherever you are in this bond.
Okay.
Because you guys have moved around.
By the door.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Sybil's gonna speak up, which she doesn't typically do.
Oh, shit. Everyone, shut the fuck up. Sybil's about to say something.
Everybody, shut up!
Don't do that! Don't do that! You're making me nervous. Stop it!
You got this.
Sybil's just gonna go. Would you be able to tell us everything that you know about this?
Honestly, I would, but it would make someone very angry. And they're already angry with me.
Astra is confused.
Aridia, knowing
I-
what you know and what you've been
Mhm.
told, you can put two and two
Yep.
together as to what might be missing here. And also, I mean, knowing your brother as well, you probably know it's like he's being honest. He didn't do this as far as he's aware,
Mhm.
but she might have.
Yeah, I'm also aware of.
Mhm.
God
Yeah,
sakes.
you have the missing puzzle piece.
Mhm.
Can I take a look at just like the scorch mark
Mhm.
and the radius and the size and the way it looks to be almost instantaneous, scorching the wood but not setting fire to the
Yeah,
straw
it's-
to the
yeah.
straw and barn.
Mhm.
Can I put together not even a specific spell, but like what circle of magic we're dealing with? Like the power of said spell. Like, I don't think I could be able to tell a specific spell from something
Make
like
me
this,
an
but
Arcana
can I get like
check, Veldren.
a rough estimate almost? That is going to be a 22.
22. This, if we're from what Bishop is telling you, there were people here, and then a few seconds later, there were not.
Mhm.
There is no evidence. There are no bodies. There is
There's no
nothing
posters.
left.
There's no, and like
That
said
kind of
crossbows.
magic, that kind of
Mhm.
there are no crossbows, there is no wood, there is
Yeah, there's no steel.
nothing. There is
even.
nothing left. That is powerful magic.
Yeah.
Powerful fire magic. Like, that is not anything near one, legal, or two, anything past what you've seen. This is powerful magic to do something like that.
Got it. Said that there were still a few out there. I think I might have an idea.
You know what the mask is about?
I don't know. I've never seen a mask like this. But I can make a guess. A very well-educated guess. People here do not like magic. It is frowned upon. It is seen with much superstition. It is feared, especially in small towns like this. They probably heard tale of a monster, of an Icarus monster threatening someone. And I don't know if Abraham would have even spoken about this. I don't even know if he's a part of this. He may have just been speaking about it at the tavern. And someone overheard, the wrong people over here. I think it's a town militia of some kind. Seeking to get rid of the monsters, to get rid of that which they deem threatening. There may be a way to get them off of your trail without further bloodshed.
I should go there.
What was that? Sorry?
I should go. Last thing I want is people in this town getting hurt and getting all up in a dizzy. Especially on my case.
We might be able to solve this problem.
Well, I don't know how you're gonna solve it, friend. I look like this. I'd stick out quite a bit.
Well, the benefit of small towns is they often don't know the specifics of magic. There's already a werewolf going around town, a shape changer, if you will. Who's to say they're limited to just one shape? stop the werewolf. Not stop, because it's a human person. It's a mortal person. If we were to be able to help control or break their curse, we could say it was also them that took on maybe your face. That took on your face and turned it into this Icarus demon kind of thing. It's a long shot, but it's something we could try.
I mean, that could work, but I did take the same form when we were fighting the Blam monster.
That no one else saw us fight.
But we don't know that exactly.
If they had seen it, they would have come after you much sooner, and they would probably also come after all of us.
I don't want to pass blame off to potentially Frankie.
I'm
I
not
was
saying we
always
blame
taught not
Frankie.
to lie.
What?
I didn't hear you very well.
I was always taught not to lie.
Well,
just Astra very quickly. I was told not to lie. Just Veldren like, well, sorry.
this is a lie
About
that would help. This is a lie that would help people. And I'm not saying we pass the blame on to Frankie. I'm saying we go to Frankie and see if we might be able to help him with these transformations. I mean, it cannot be a pleasant experience for him. And if the werewolf disappears, it would be easy enough for them to say that this other monster disappeared. That they're the one and the same.
So what now?
The way I see it and the way my mind working now, sorry, give me whoever the other few members of that group were that came to the barn last night and went into the tavern, they might know what they were looking for, or the other group were looking for, and who they were looking for. I think for now I should stay in the barn. Just to make it easier for you all to.
But what if they send more people?
I was to say, did they not come into this very barn?
Sybil,
What?
you with this conversation, I feel like you would be the one who would pick up on this. With this conversation and with Bishop mentioning them going into the tavern and then the other group coming here and him saying and Bishop saying they seem to know what they were looking for, you know that Ezra was staying at the tavern. And this town doesn't like magic users, and they're very aware his magic is not a secret to them. You don't know if it could just be a coincidence, but
Ezra left the town, right?
said they were
As far as we
going to.
know.
No.
Said they were going to the following day.
Yeah, no, they were staying
This
the
was
night.
like, yeah.
They had booked the last night.
Yeah.
I know this because I took notes. They had booked the last room in the inn.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh.
Sybil's. Oh no.
It's like, no.
Oh no. Sybil, who has seemed like in tune with the conversation, but like watching the door a lot and a little distracted, her face just falls and she walks out the door. No, she runs out the door.
Okay.
Sybil? Sybil!
Immediately after Sybil.
Sybil, where are you going?
I would
I'm
chase
going
after
to the
Sybil
tavern.
to see if
I'm
she's
going to the
okay.
tavern. I have to see if Ezra's okay.
Okay. Yeah. You run across
I'll be
the
back.
town.
I have to go.
Aridia and Veldren like trying to catch up to you, but you are like
She's short.
sprinting.
She's not super fast.
I would just quickly say to the other two, I have to make sure she's all right.
Yeah. So you reach the tavern, you kind of like burst through the doors. It's pretty empty in here. You don't see anyone else. The only other person you see kind of scanning the room, you see Hazel, the halfling, kind of behind the bar. She kind of like looks up and is like, "Oh, hello, Sybil. Are you all right?" That was quite the entrance.
Yes, sorry. The boy who was here, who had the room last night, did they leave?
Oh, yes. The young man and the dragonborn. Yes, they left first thing this morning. It was strange. They left. I think they were heading to the big city. I think that's what they said.
Okay.
Insight check.
Yeah, insight.
Because we told them not to go to the big city.
Yeah, you can make insight checks if you want.
I thought she meant Mistral City. That was my bad. I misunderstood.
No, you're so good. You're fine.
Oh, that's fucked.
She did say the big city. Didn't say
Yeah,
which
14.
22. 22.
Yes!
Again, I rolled another 19.
19.
So 14 from Veldren, 22 from Sybil, 19 from Aridia. Yeah? Okay. Hearing kind of the end of this conversation, Aridia, and kind of hearing kind of what Sybil is saying and kind of hearing this back, and again, you being good at reading people, you think something's up. You're like, something doesn't add up here. Sybil?
Yeah.
This woman is lying to you.
No.
She's putting on a straight
on.
face. She's putting on a completely like normal face. She seems relaxed. Everything seems fine. She just lies so easily to your face.
I put my hand on my sword hilt.
Nope. Sybil's not gonna make a scene. She's just gonna let the little facade she put on fall and show how desperate she's looking.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just going to say, please tell me what happened.
What do you mean?
You're lying.
What? No, they left first thing this morning.
How did they leave first thing this morning?
Well, they came downstairs, they gave me their room keys, and they left. I believe they were going to the capital. At least that's where they said they were going.
Why don't you try again? The truth this time, please.
Again, just hand on my hilt. Purposefully trying to just be like, one and only chance is the vibe I'm giving off.
Imagine Astra finally makes it through the doors with her heels.
The ball gown hiked up.
If I may, just really quick, really quick.
Mm-hmm.
As Astra leaves, Bishop just calls out to her and says, "I'm sorry,"
Okay.
and just sits crisscross applesauce in the middle of the barn.
Yeah. Astra, you arrive to the scene of Sybil looking desperately at this halfling looking somewhat confused and unsure what's happening, a little concerned as Aridia kind of steps forward with, why don't you try that one again, with their hand on their sword hilt. This looks like perhaps a fight is about to break out of some kind.
No, not a fight.
Not a fight, please.
I don't know what you want me to say.
One.
What?
Two.
Okay, what's... why are we counting? What's happening? What?
Parrot Joey.
Aridia, make me an intimidation check.
Not
The
the
disembodied
parrot.
voice
No.
of Bishop going, that's the one our parents used to do.
Yeah, that's the parental threat.
Yep.
Literally, I was like, oh.
Intimidation. 22.
Astra just like,
I would say this is not Bishop, this is Tom for this one.
fight or flight starts kicking in for Astra. Like, oh god, oh no.
So somebody's upset.
22.
22, and I'm
Like, you don't want to know what happens if I have to say 3. It's the truth. Now.
She like puts down the glass that she was like furiously like cleaning. She like puts it down and she's like, look, I don't know what happened. Look, people in this town don't particularly like magic. Okay? We don't have magic users here. That's just not, we follow the law. We follow the law. And sometimes some of the people here take things into their own hands.
Clearly.
But
Astra says that and then covers her mouth.
I promise you, I didn't do anything to him. I did nothing. They came last night, and that's all I know. I turned a blind eye to it. I left as soon as they arrived. I turned a blind eye to it. I don't know where they took him. I don't know what they did. But
What direction did they go in?
I really don't know. I don't know. I turn a blind eye to it. They're only. Look, if they've taken him, that means that the Crown Guard are already on their way. So it'll be dealt with soon. It'll be fine. I don't know. I personally have no issue with it. I don't want anything to do with it.
Where does the town hold? Where's the town hold people that end up needing to be taken by the Crown's Guard?
I don't know. I truly do not know. I would tell you if I did, but
Who is Oliver?
willfully ignorant.
Who is
I'm
Oliver
just
in this town? Mayor? Any connections to the mayor? Oliver.
You say
Who is Oliver?
You say Oliver, her eyes go wide. It's like,
Mhm.
he's one of the people. He's one of the.
What does he
people
do
the
in town?
Well, sorry, this is B trying to remember.
Yeah.
You're good.
Well, he's a shoemaker.
Okay.
He's a craftsman.
We have to go
What-
find.
what did he do?
Sybil, we have to go find. Sybil, we have to go find him. Ezra, we have to go find Ezra. And I think Veldren will leave the inn, leave the tavern. Like she has told us everything.
Yeah.
This
As
is a woman
you're
that is desperate.
kind of going to leave. You just hear a kind of a scoff from the top of the stairs. You look up and you see Cell just watching you all, just kind of arms crossed, kind of just looking at you all. It's like, well, this is quite entertaining.
Astra is, hi, my friend.
Just start walking
Hello,
towards the stairs.
Astra.
I don't have time for this.
I will look up the cell and go, do you know where they took the boy?
I don't. I was hoping she would tell you, but she doesn't seem to know anything. I do know what happened to the Dragonborn, though. Quite unfortunate.
What do you mean?
What happened?
What happened to Axel?
Ooh, well, let's just say they took the boy and left the Dragonborn.
I will go. I'm going up the stairs to look at the room.
Oh, yeah. You're coming up the stairs. Is like, do you have a weak stomach?
Yeah.
I really wouldn't.
I push past Cell.
You
I'll go
go to push past her. Your hand goes through her. As you like go to like push like past her, your hand goes through as you realize it's some sort of illusion.
Mm-hmm. Veldren's. I think Sybil especially can see Veldren's like eyes like flicker in surprise and like almost gives that calculating look, but quickly is like, I can't, not right now. I can't get distracted. Not right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do see.
There is definitely that look of interest there, but it's like.
You continue further down the hall and you see a kind of door that's ajar. You open it and you see, once again, Sel standing in the room. She kind of turns, just looking down, kind of turns around, looks at you, gives a little kind of, you know when you have like your arms folded and you do the little like hand wave while your arms folded. She does that. She's like, "Oh, lovely to see you again. Yes, this is quite something." Looks down. You see the crumpled body of Axel. There is a pool of blood around them and a bloody mallet lying on the ground next to them. I'm afraid by the time I got here, it was long gone. Thought I had wrecked in the night. Unfortunately, I'm not a healer. That's not really my thing. I could have tried to bring him back as some sort of undead thing, but that wouldn't have really helped. More would have creeped people out, and they'd try to take me as well. I think they know better. So... I'm sorry, weak stomach, I did warn you.
No.
Is anyone else going up the stairs, like following Veldren, or?
Yeah, Sybil's up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sybil, you step into the room and you see
Astra's...
the same sight.
Astra's following whatever Aridia is doing.
Mm-hmm. Aridia, what do you do?
I think she probably, would have followed upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You all kind of make your way up then and kind of file into this room. And yeah, you see the collapsed body of Axel.
Is Axel's bag still there? The one that she put the map into that I gave her?
Yes.
Is the map in the bag?
Yes. The stuff seems untouched.
Okay. I will take the map.
I will say that his bag is there too.
Yeah.
But
Ezra's bag is there too?
Yes.
I'll get Ezra's bag with the intent of giving it back to him when we get him back.
Yeah. You find. Do you go through it or do you just leave it? No. Okay.
Just gonna leave.
You take the bag, kind of put it onto your back with your own. Yeah. So let's put our heads together, shall we? A little murder mystery. What's going on in this funky little town? So, what have you learned so far?
You did not see them go anywhere.
I didn't see anything. I had the smarts to stay in my room. But I heard some things. There was a scuffle. Clearly, someone got hit. Kind of looks down at Axel's body. And then they took the boy somewhere. Out of here. So he's not here.
Did you hear anything useful, Sel?
I hear many useful things, Aridia. But as to perhaps where they were taking him, I have no idea. This is interesting, though. An interesting choice of murder weapon. Kind of looks down at the mallet. It's like...
Is it like a...
Go on.
Is it like a... Is the mallet just like... Is it like a wood... Like a woodworking mallet? Or blacksmithing mallet? Or more like a meat mallet?
It's a blacksmithing mallet.
We have a lead. Do you know where the blacksmith is? Does anyone know where the blacksmith is?
Well, yes, it's kind of hard to miss all the smoke and the everything. It's not a big place, Veldren. Come on, keep up.
I will. My eyes will slide over to Sel.
I pick up the mallet.
That wasn't very nice.
Walking
You
down the
later.
stairs.
I'll do you later. And I am going after. I'm going after Aridia as well. Like I am out of the door, headed towards the blacksmiths.
The
Astra
mirror,
is following.
the mirror image is still like at the top of the stairs, kind of just like watches you go by, does the same little like wave. It's like, mind if I come too? I'm curious. I'd certainly like to know what's going on.
I have a
Safety
feeling
numbers.
if we told you no, you would come along anyways.
Yes, I would. You're keeping up.
How far away is the barn?
From here, it's maybe like 100 feet.
Perfect. I am going to grab copper wire, put it up to my mouth, and point it in the direction of the barn, and go send a message, cantrip, over to Bishop. Bishop, meet us at the blacksmith. They have Ezra, and they've killed Axel.
You mean shoemaker?
Oh, blacksmith.
No, the blacksmith. The
Yeah.
mallet is a blacksmith's mallet.
Oh.
The shoemaker's missing because Oliver
The
is probably
shoemaker's
what they
dead.
killed. Is probably what they killed. Yeah.
The blacksmith is the one that made Astra's blanket, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sybil stays in the room where Axel is for like a beat. And was just staring
Mhm.
at him as everyone left, and she just looks around the room for any magic, like, residue, if Ezra may have cast anything.
Make me an Arcana check. Or you could do detect magic. That is a spell that you have.
You know what? I will do a detect magic. I would like to do that.
Okay. As you do detect magic, you got to do your thing because you're casting a spell.
Oh, you're right.
No.
Okay. 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 The DC's 3 right now. I rolled a 4. Okay.
Oh
Oh wait, no, it reset, didn't it? Or are you at 3 again?
It did reset, but I've been casting spells since.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
I've been
Yep.
keeping track.
Yep. Yeah, you detect magic. You think you don't catch any kind of residue of any magic. You feel like they might have just quite literally like jumped him before he had a chance to do anything. Almost like they've done something like this before.
And Sybil's just gonna look around and look back at Axel and just go, "I'm so sorry." And there's like tears in her eyes as she catches up with the group.
Yeah.
As we're walking, I'm going to, as I'm walking next to Aridia, you have your magic license, correct?
Mm-hmm. I do.
How good are you at lying?
Decent enough.
Do you think you could pretend to be a member of the Crown's Guard? You wield similar magic to them. I can make your license. I can make your license. Yes, of course, Astra. This might get a little rough. I can make your license look like one of the Crown's Guards.
But they are going to know that I do not wear their uniform.
Undercover. Could have heard about the werewolf in the area.
It is what I shot, I suppose, but if they were around when everything happened before, they may not fall for that.
They might not, but you might be able to get custody of Ezra, and we can leave.
If they want to give me custody, I'll simply take him.
It'd be best to go without bloodshed. These are just people. They're scared. They're frightened. That does not make what they did right, but it does not mean we need to kill them.
I did not say I was going to kill them.
Okay, I just get worried. I just get worried. Do you want to try the thing or not? I'll leave it up to you.
We certainly can.
Your license, please.
But altering our license is illegal.
I'm going to look at Aridia and go. So is murdering people, but sometimes you have to break a law to fix a law.
I love the lawful good paladin and the chaotic rogue. It's
If
so
you don't
good.
want to lie, if you don't want to do anything illegal, that's fine. We don't have to go with the plan.
I don't know that I want you to alter my magic license.
It's purely physical. Okay, fine. We will just go in. We'll go in guns ablaze. We'll go in guns ablazing.
Once a blazing?
Try. We'll go in crossbows ablazing. We will.
I can do
Bishop
that.
suddenly has a PTSD episode. Not the
We will
crossbows.
just quite simply go in and ask nicely from the kind people that killed Axel to give us Ezra back.
Okay.
I
I
can
mean,
ask.
I can still lie first, and then prove a point afterward.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'll save the magic. What is it, Astra? You said you would ask.
I can ask.
You
Would
can
they
ask.
listen to you?
Yes, that's.
I have no idea. Oh, I forgot Syl was there.
Is it reckless for you to ask? Takes a look at just again your entire. Gestures.
If somebody's life's at stake, yeah.
We can try, and it's if you think it'll work, then let's go for it.
It might.
The worst I can do is say no. I'm gonna look back. Is Sybil following after us, or no?
My mic was off. Isn't that cool?
Oh,
I've said
Becky.
things. I've been
Damn.
saying things.
Oh no!
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
I don't even remember what I said in the past, so it must not have been important.
Sybil's been hard focusing.
Yes. Sybil eventually like catches up to you guys, but she's
I just wanted to keep track of everyone. Astra, if you think it'll work, just be careful. These are dangerous people, and I'd hate to see anything bad happen to any of you. To be honest, you all seem like halfway decent folk.
I just hope y'all don't react too hard.
What would classify as reacting too hard? If I turn them into a pile of goo, would that be reacting too hard?
I have a title, and it's.
You mentioned something before.
Do you want to prep us ahead of time so we can prepare our reactions?
Oh.
And again, is it smart to just put your title out in the open? Will you be in danger, Astra?
Yes, don't put yourself in danger here.
As long as we're not here in town too long after.
I think we are immediately
to
leaving
be.
upon getting Ezra. I think we are quite literally leaving within 10 minutes.
What about the Frankie thing?
They've been dealing with it for this long. I do not know if it is safe for us to stay.
Okay.
I can send word to some people that might be able to help him.
the Crown's Guard.
I know some people nearby that might be able to help.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, we're walking and talking, and hopefully meeting Bishop on the
Yeah,
way.
we're
So just to confirm, you guys are heading to the blacksmiths?
yes.
Okay. Yeah. You make your way over, and as you're approaching, you hear the telltale sound of metal clanging as Noah is was it Noah? Yes, it was Noah. Yes.
Oh, I've been calling him Liam.
Leah.
Just renames him.
Close
enough.
enough.
I mean, if you don't know, if you don't mind.
Noah was Noah's kind of out front. He's working on something. He's making kind of similar to what he was working on when you spoke to him last night, Bishop. He's working on some horseshoes out front. He kind of sees you.
Yeah.
Does Astra still have the blanket with her, or she'd have left?
I imagine it'd be with her. I imagine it'd be with her other stuff, probably in the barn.
Yeah.
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 Unless Bishop brought it.
No, it's yours. Why would I bring your stuff?
Because we're gonna leave.
I don't know that.
Yep.
I was blissfully unaware. But yeah, once Bishop got that message from Veldren that they have somebody at the blacksmith, it's about how far from the barn is the blacksmith?
Well, it's about 100 feet to the it's like the other side of the town. Like,
okay, yeah. Bishop had sprinted
to catch up with everyone else.
Oh, well, I mean,
everyone else. You would probably be arriving at the same time as everyone else.
Okay, yeah.
With the extra distance you're having to cover, if you're sprinting, you would be getting there around the same time as everyone else.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, you guys approach.
Actually, no, not sprinting. Is gonna try and not make a scene and bring attention to himself, but still making his way there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
So they're probably there a little bit longer or a little bit before me.
No, you're all good. You guys all arrive, and you see Noah kind of out front. He's working on his horseshoes. He looks up to the group of you, then probably sees kind of Bishop kind of arriving at the same time as the rest of you. Kind of smiles to you, Bishop, and say, "Oh, hello. It's good to see you again, Bishop. How are you this morning?" Hello to the rest of you. It's lovely to see you.
I'm holding the mallet, by the way.
I was just gonna say, if no one has the mallet,
I was going to
ask.
I was going to ask if you left it behind or if you brought it.
Oh no, I grabbed it and started walking down the stairs.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Let us through.
What's that face? Wait a minute.
The Astra Angie face.
It's amazing.
You know what it gives me? It gives me the angry. You know when the angry cat is the little Angie kitten face? It's that.
It sounds like a dog toy, but this is the terrifying war cry
kind of
of an extremely angry Astra.
Kind of looks confused.
Let us through. She raises her voice this time.
I'm not sure what you mean, friend. We'll let you through what? Into my shop, or?
Just sighs and then turns to the others.
I'll step forward and
Yes.
throw the mallet at his feet as Val asks that.
He looks down at it in astonishment. It's like, wait, that's my mallet. Where did you find this? Where's it?
Inside check.
Where's it
Inside check.
Inside check? Yes, absolutely.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Two. I rolled a 2. 4.
Okay.
For a 6.
6. Okay. So natural 20 for a total of, from Sybil,
23.
23. Okay.
19 for a 21.
Okay.
And
21.
just because fuck this guy, maybe, I'm gonna drop in my knowledge from a past life to add a d6.
Oh, okay. Sure. Is anyone else? 6. Nice. Anyone else rolling?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I'm not rolling insight. I am looking at the surroundings. I am listening for any sounds. I am looking for any evidence of Ezra, or if they came through this
Investigation
way.
check from you, then, my friend.
Perfect. I'm good at it.
Okay.
A total of 27.
27. Okay, so for Sybil and Bishop, then, this poor man seems so taken aback. He looks at this man. He picks it up like it's his baby. Like, picks this mallet covered in blood. He's like, who did this? I noticed this was missing this morning, but I didn't. I thought I'd misplaced it somewhere. Whose blood is this?
Don't lie to us.
No, hang on, Astra, hang on.
Wait
He,
a minute.
Wait.
The man
we're
looks
like both.
this
Wait a minute,
giant,
Militia.
like 8-foot tall Goliath man looks close to tears. He's like,
Astra, hold on 1 second, Shay. I
I
think
think maybe he was framed.
he is. Or he
Or
he
he's a
definitely
great-
telling the truth. He don't know anything about this.
this is one of my best mallets.
Noah,
Yes. What's the meaning of this?
well, looking back to the group, it may seem kind of like a weird question, but do you have any problem with magic?
With magic? I mean, it's not really legal here unless you've got a license. But I mean, if you're licensed, then I don't suppose I have a problem with it. I'm not skilled in making magic materials, but
Okay.
what's that got to do with it? You still haven't answered my question. Whose blood is this?
That I don't know. And looks back to the rest of the group. We think there's someone in this town, or some ones in this town, trying to hurt people who use magic.
Oh,
No, they did not kill a magic user.
so who did they
That-
killed someone with this? Like,
Yes.
place it down
Yes.
gently on the anvil.
We're trying to find out who did it. And they took someone as well, and we would like to find who they took.
I don't know what to say. I promise you, I didn't do this. I don't
It's
know.
not your
I know
fault.
what it looks like, but it's not. I would never. That's not. Look, I know I'm a big guy. I look like I could squish people. I would never.
You know what?
I squashed a butterfly once. I cried for 3 days. I would never.
Noah, listen. Friend, I believe you.
Okay.
I'm
It
so
looks-
sorry for accusing you.
No, I know how it looks. Clearly, this was done on purpose to try and frame me for murder. I would never. I would never do such a thing. But clearly, someone either trying to frame me or wanted to use it. I mean, this is a heavy duty mallet. I mean, he like swings it like a little bit, and you're like, oh, like you wouldn't want to be too close to that thing. That thing is like a heavy duty mallet. Like, that thing would pack a punch. So
I take it back
what-
from him.
oh, he's like holding on to it. He's not giving it to anyone. He's like, this I would use this to craft weapons.
evidence.
This is to break down weapons, and metals and such. But this should never be used for something like this. That would, can't imagine what it would do to a person.
Is it safe to assume that that's probably one of the heaviest handheld items
I
in the
mean,
town?
It's relatively lightweight to carry, but it is heavy duty at the same time. It's I suppose so. If someone, I mean, I do have a couple of other things that are a little less hard to handle, but or harder to handle. But for a one-handed hammer, this is the strongest thing I've got. Yeah.
Easiest thing to get a hold of and swing and do enough damage
So
with one hand.
someone's been in my shop and then used my tools to kill someone.
Yes,
That's
and
what
they
it
took
looks
someone
like.
else.
I'm sorry.
Anything I can do to help, please. I don't want any harm to come to anyone. Whatever I can do to help.
Can I just look at Cell during this?
Mm-hmm.
How's she doing?
She's just watching everything curiously, letting you guys answer all your questions. Clearly, you guys are leading the investigation, but she's kind of like waiting almost, just kind of almost just standing, kind of arms folded, just watching curiously.
Because on my list, she just moved from suspect number 2 to prime suspect.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
I'm gonna keep an eye on her because
Mm-hmm.
keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I think she's with us.
I did roll an 18 on that investigation check, by the way.
Investigation check. What was it you were specifically looking for again? Remind me.
I was looking for any sign of Ezra, but
Yeah.
after listening to him talk, I would also like to make an additional investigation check to see if I can find tracks of anyone that came in to steal the mallet.
So with your, what was it, 18 you said?
It was an 18, yeah.
18, yes. You kind of step up, and as this kind of conversation is happening now, Noah seems a little just like too distraught to kind of stop you, and will kind of just let you kind of go in. You see an arrangement of tools and weapons and such kind of on the wall. A very good, nice collection of well-kept tools. And then you do see the telltale space of a mallet missing. You do kind of looking around the room. It looks like you do see, with your 18, kind of looking for tracks. You do see there's a lot of soot in this space. It's in the back, so it doesn't really need to be super well kept. The weapons are pristine, but the floor could use a sweeping. But that helps you because you see the telltale signs of his large boots that are very clearly his, like several sizes bigger than anyone else's. And then you do see kind of faintly maybe 2 or 3 sets of footprints walk kind of in the soot, kind of walking over to the wall and then stepping away again, heading back outside.
Back towards the tavern, I'm guessing.
Back. Not towards the tavern. No, it goes towards the housing district.
Okay. I found some tracks that we might be able to follow.
Curious.
Really going through such an elaborate... Noah, do you have anyone in town that does not like
Oh.
you too much? Anyone that you
Doesn't
trust
like what?
to come in here?
Come back.
Sorry, we lost you for a
Rewind.
second there, Jay.
Hello?
Start over.
Noah, do you have anyone that you trust to come in here when you're not here? Or do you have anyone that might not like you too much?
Maybe an assistant.
Oh, well, that's a lot of questions. People that I trust. I do trust Sparkle. Sparkle's he's a lovely little lad. I mean, he can only repeat things that he's heard, but he's a good lad. But
He can repeat things.
Not
But
Sparkle.
Maybe he heard something.
I mean, I don't think he would never wield something like this. I mean, he's got little arms, you know. He's just a little kenku.
Little wings.
So I mean, if
He's
you're
the
worried-
town speaker, correct?
I mean, yeah, he can repeat things people have said. If he heard anything, he'd be able to tell you, and it wouldn't just be his word. It would be theirs.
Exact.
So if he's heard anything, he'd be a good lad to speak to.
And you can trust him.
Yeah, I believe he can be trusted. He's a good lad.
Hypothetically, if the Crown's Guard were coming to collect somebody, where would the meeting point be?
Well, they usually come to the edge. They probably come to the outskirts of the village. Sometimes they'll come in, but usually they come from the kind of points to the north gate. They usually come from that direction. Or actually, no, sorry, it'd be the west gate.
Yeah, just so we can hand over the murderer to the guards.
Deception check. God, Jesus Christ.
I give her the help action.
How are you helping her?
I see Astra going with this line of logic of like, yes, we are here to help bring people to justice. We actually fought the monster the other day, so this is part of our duties as well.
Bishop kind of just looks over
Okay.
at Astra with that look of just like,
With advantage, then, my friend.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's the worst. That was a nat 1 the second time. So 9.
9? Oh.
I
No.
rolled a 7. I have +2.
Okay,
I don't have.
I'm gonna roll.
I'm not.
I'm gonna roll insight. Right. Yeah. Of
The
course.
girl is trying.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Murder's got to be brought to justice, and if the Crown's Guard are already on their way, then yeah. I mean, I guess you guys are doing your duties as
Good
heroes.
upstanding,
You're all a 4.
good upstanding civilian,
Thank you
Noah.
so much.
I'm going to look at the group. You all need to go find the Kinku Sparkle. See if he has heard anything that might be relevant to this. I'm going to follow the tracks. I will be safe. I'm very good at remaining hidden, and I can do it much
Can I
better
go?
on my own.
Oh,
I can do it
I
much
have passed
better on my
without
own.
trace.
You might be able to come.
If there's a stealth mission happening, I would certainly like to accompany you.
I don't think
I
mirror
have a
images can
way
go
with
that
my
far.
words, Veldren. Please.
I don't want to go talk to them. I don't want them to see me.
All right, I have a way
Oh.
with my spells as well. Then what do you want from me? What are you trying to do then?
Well,
Everything I've heard about you, Sel, has been
Yes.
a lot.
all good things.
Really? Oh,
My
all
word.
good things? Oh. You haven't even told me
I
all the
haven't
bad
mentioned you at all.
things? That's a
about to
shame.
say, I don't think I've made an acquaintance with you.
Yes,
Who is-
I
who
don't
is-
think we've met, Bishop Cell. So
I'm gonna look
lovely
at
to
Aridia.
meet you.
I'm gonna look at Aridia.
Who is
His
this
eyes,
person?
much like me, is face
I don't
palming
know.
in space.
I also
Um,
don't know who this
Who
person
is this person? Why are they?
Astra
Where
is
they
gonna
here?
lean in to Veldren and go, she has a fake magic license.
Snitch.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I will look over to Sybil and whisper, very briefly, a magical woman from Ashenville, apparently. A couple of the group have already spoken to her.
Are you whispering this to?
Oh, Sybil.
Oh,
Okay.
to Sybil. Right.
Sorry, I meant
No,
Sybil.
no,
has-
you're good. You're good.
because it was no
Yeah, yeah.
idea who this person is.
Yeah, I was about to catch Sybil up, basically.
Sybil was like,
Give her-
this woman was in the
Context.
place of the murder, and that's all I know.
Yeah.
Bishop, so lovely to meet you. I'm Sel.
Sel.
I'm
Very nice
passing
to make you
through.
acquainted.
That's so lovely to make
Bishop,
you
this is my
acquaintances
friend.
Well, you are. Oh yes, of course.
From behind
Ah,
Asher's
you
room,
also
he
are a
has,
friend
like-
of Astra's. Oh, you?
Yeah.
You're the one.
Remember you said that we were
Yes.
friends, and I said that Bishop's gonna be happy that I made a friend.
Yes. Oh, it's so good to put a face to a
I-
name. You are a
I do-
curious one. Once this is over and done with, I'd love to study you a little more.
Exactly
Wow,
what
we
I'm
are
thinking. Once
so
this is over and done with,
Insight
yes,
once
Sean,
this is
very-
over and
very
done
busy.
with,
Insight
Just-
check.
What's going on?
Sure, you can
I would very
insight
much
check.
like to insight check this woman. As she wants to study me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still haven't had that conversation yet, Bishop.
Yeah.
Somebody take away Astra's right to speak.
Oh no, it's too good.
No, it really is good. Natural motherfucking 20.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
She looks you up and down and very clearly seems to pick up on something. You were just a person a few seconds ago, but now that she looks you up and down properly and is now taking a second to take you in, is like, oh, you're curious, you're interesting, and kind of from kind of hearing kind of passively is like, oh, she's from Ashenvale. You're like, uh-oh. As she kind of looks you up and down, she seems to see right through you. She's like, oh, I see what's happening here. As she seems to kind of pick up on perhaps some conditions you might have.
Yeah. So
So Veldren, we go.
I do think that. Oh,
You should, Veldren. I'll keep an eye on Sybil.
I
Are
should
you
be one.
wanting to talk
to
to
go off.
people, or are you wanting to
I want to
scare
stay
some
hidden.
people?
I
What's your
just
goal?
want to
Time
find
Time-sensitive
the boy.
thing.
What's your goal
I
here
just
then,
want to find the
Veldren?
boy.
Hmm?
I want to find the boy.
Yes,
I want
and
to
how would
follow
you
these
plan to do
tracks.
that?
I was ideally going to sneak into the house by myself.
Kind of looks to all the houses and they're just
Very good at
which
what I do.
one?
Where these tracks lead to, I'm very good at what I do. I do think I should go on my own.
Oh,
Well, safety in numbers, but boo-hoo if you wish.
stealth mission.
Yes, Astra, you're very stealthy, darling.
Oh, you should have seen me in my
Astra.
prime sneaking through the castle.
Really? Oh, I would have loved to see that. A castle, you say?
Veldren is going. I think Veldren's. I think a vein is starting to show on Veldren's.
I just Aridia just links an arm with Astra and starts walking out the door.
I'm going to say to Astra,
Just-
Astra, I think you should save your magical energy. I don't know if a fight is going to be up, and I would rather you use it to keep yourself safe. Go off with them, Sybil. I think you should go off with them.
With them?
To find Sparkle. I think this is the best way for us to be able to find Ezra.
Okay. Just be careful, please.
I will be. I have rust. I'll be okay.
Who?
The rest of the group would
You're
see
rusty?
the rest of the group would see a very, very small snake on Veldren's arm.
It's a little snake.
I will be okay.
it's very cute.
Oh,
I will be okay. I'll be in contact with you all. I have magic to contact you.
Veldren,
Yes?
I appreciate and what's the word in common? Commend you for wanting to do this on your own. It's very noble of you.
No, it's just smart.
But at the same time, it's kind of dumb.
No, it's very smart. If someone else comes with me, it is much more likely that we will be found.
But
we
if you are
sneaking
found on
too?
your own,
If we're found on our own, I'm very good at getting out of situations. I have been doing this for a very long time.
well, it might not be the worst idea to have someone else sneaky come with you.
I
I'm
don't know if
sneaky.
anyone can keep up with me. I'm also much faster on my own.
You'll be surprised at how sneaky
I
you
can
be.
take off my heels.
So
I
this was
don't
basically
think-
Veldren, just go. Just go.
I will find you all later. I will be fine. And I'm going to stealth away.
Cell's just gonna.
Oh my god, where'd he go?
Cell's just gonna lean down to Sybil and go, "That's a bad idea."
Yep.
Bad
Worshipper's gonna try and follow stealthily.
Ugh. I hate you all.
Are you going with Bishop, Astra?
Oh my god.
No.
Must be, please.
Oh, well, sometimes you gotta
Bitch,
let the
you
rogue do the rogue thing.
Let me
Let the
Let
rogue
Veldren
do rogue
thing,
things.
please.
Yeah, let the rogue do rogue things. I'll stick with Astra, especially with
Trust me.
Cell.
Yeah, I'll say Cell doesn't
Actually,
like the
think about
idea
it
of you
with-
going on your own either, but it's like, meh,
Mm.
if you're
I
going, you're
don't-
going. But
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't
With
trust
Cell
Cell.
being around and knowing Astra,
mhm.
I'm gonna sit close to Astra with Cell being around.
Okay.
He thinks I'm an idiot too.
So,
Wait,
Oh,
Cell-
trust this bitch.
so then,
What-
well, Veldren's doing their little stealth mission. We're finding some Kenku named Sparkle. Is that what we're doing?
That's what you guys
That's
are doing.
what we're doing. You're busy.
Oh, what am I busy doing? What? I don't think I'm busy doing anything right now. This is the most fun I've had all day.
Aren't you guarding a body?
Well, I mean, I was investigating it, but I mean, that's old news now. What am I gonna do with the dead body? Stare at it? It's no use to me.
That's what you were
Apparently.
doing.
That time.
I mean, apparently. It's just gonna ire. Thank you.
Sybil's
You
out the
can
door.
learn lots from
Yep.
a dead body.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Sybil's
not-
going and
no,
looking
she's-
for Sparkle.
She's not actively like separating from the group. She's just like,
She
we
starts
have to
walking
go.
off.
Yep.
Yep. Just like,
Please.
Okay,
walking and hoping the group follows with.
Yep.
Ezra's on a time limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, the group of you are heading off to try and find Sparkle. Then, Veldren, you are trying to follow this trail and sneak. So
Mhm.
make me for following this path. Make me a stealth check for your stealth, and then also
Mhm.
make me a survival check.
Also, don't
Survival
forget in the chat, if you want to roll for Jay, you can
I have
redeem
one.
some points.
I have one. I rolled too late.
Heck yeah, the rogue
Mhm.
is working.
Rogue is roguing?
And I'm gonna add inspiration to that.
Get it.
Let's
Make it
go.
ridiculously high.
Get
Get him.
The survival would be 19. That's what I added
Survival
the
19. Okay.
inspiration to.
Yep.
For stealth, it'll be a 28.
Damn.
19
Okay.
plus 9.
Yeah.
That's what-
Sybil, you
Go-
step
That's
out.
hot.
Like Veldren left like 5 seconds ago. You step out, Veldren's gone. I just disappeared. But yes, Veldren, you follow this path. You were able to find like through the kind of grassy, through this grassy area. You follow these kind of bits of soot as they kind of go into the mud as well as they go to this housing area. There is maybe like 10 to 12 buildings around here, and you're not gonna go door to door trying to find out which one it is. You were able to
Yeah.
follow this path, and it does lead back to a single house kind of at the far end near to the small kind of wall of this village. Actually, no, it'd be more of a fence of this village. And yeah, it just leads to the side where there is a kind of like cellar door that appears to be locked, but that's where the footprints lead to.
Is there a crack? Is there a big enough hole in the cellar for rust to fit in?
In snake form, I would say.
And the
so,
cellar
yes.
door.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get to a spot where I'm hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, and I'll look at him like, so sorry to do this to you again, buddy. Please be safe going down there. I just got you back. But
Kind of
Someone
just
might
like
be in
nods
trouble.
to you.
Okay, go on. And I will see through Rust's eyes, and hear through Rust's senses.
Yeah.
As he goes down.
Yeah. Yeah. You are able to. Rust is able to sneak kind of through like the bottom, a bit of the wood's kind of chipped away. You're able to slip down. There's a shallow set of stairs that leads down into a relatively normal looking kind of basement cellar. There are some shelves with some bottles of wine on it. There looks like kind of a few kind of tools kind of around, stuff like that. You do see a few weapons as well. Some look like they're not in great condition. Kind of like swords and axes and such. And yeah, some of the walls are kind of lined with these same kind of shelving units, but aside from that, it looks like a relatively normal room.
It doesn't look like that.
The footprints
here?
do come down here.
Do they go up to any wall? Is there like does it look like anything is like a secret entrance?
At this point, the footprints are starting to fade a little bit. I'm gonna need another investigation check. See if you can follow.
Let me get back to my stats. 24.
24.
Who are you and what have you done with Jay?
I don't know, and I'm scared.
This is great. Look, it's fine. When you need them next session, have fun. You were able to follow them down, and the footprints change from soot prints to more dust prints as you see several sets of you see like several fresh set of footprints, and they're kind of sporadic, almost like perhaps there's a struggle that took place here. Leads over to one of the shelves, and then seems to disappear. I kind of like stopping at the single kind of shelving unit against the wall. Seems to stop.
Okay. Perfect. Rust, come back. And I'll have Rust come back to me.
To you. Mm-hmm.
And I'll just give a little nod. And what does this spell do again? How's the spell read? I would just like to start casting message if I could to possibly hit one of my allies. No, okay. I will go back to where I saw them physically. And like,
okay.
I'm not going to go in. I know where the house is. I will try to go find my party again.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check? Is anyone watching me? Does anyone notice me?
Sure. You can. Well, I mean, with your stealth, you're good. With your 27, okay. You're fine. You're pretty damn certain that no one's going to be at
29.
Sorry, 29. My bad.
No, 28. Sorry, 28.
28.
I got myself wrong.
Oh, well, with the 28.
Now, imagine if that was a 38.
Trust me, I was real tempted when you said personal with all the trees. I was like, we might need that spell slot, though. Cure wounds.
Yeah, she's already used one of her second level spells.
Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, you're still making your way back, trying to find the rest of your group. The rest of you are looking for Sparkle. No?
Kinda.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm with the group. I'm still going with them. But while they're looking for Sparkle, I'm keeping an eye out at the town and see if there's any weird knowing glances, especially at Bishop.
Yeah, you can make me a perception check for you. What's everyone else doing?
I'm looking looking for Sparkle.
Okay. Astra's looking for Sparkle. Aridia and Sybil.
Sybil's just gonna follow the group. She is like a lost puppy right now.
Okay.
She does not know what to do.
Jasper, also, if I may, that little looking for Sparkle. That was the cutest fucking thing I've heard all day.
Okay.
It's the most precious
For
thing.
Sparkle.
Aridia.
Also looking for Sparkle.
Okay, cool. For those of you looking for Sparkle, then you can make you can also make perception checks as you're kind of looking for this person.
This is my star dice. It's only failed me a few times. You said perception?
Yes.
I'm gonna add one of my inspiration.
Okay.
21.
21.
Burned my inspiration too.
I can't count. 19.
19.
Yeah, why not?
Sybil, are you rolling or no?
I'll give the help action to someone because
Okay.
I think she's just a little distracted.
That's so fine. That's all good.
I'll roll a second time if you're helping.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll help. Yeah, I'll help Aridia because I'm right next to them.
Uh,
I touched myself for guidance.
23.
23. Nice. Okay. And then Bishop, what was your roll for your perception check?
Well, I rolled the highest I can roll, which is a natural 20.
Oh my god, you and your nat 20s.
I know! I posted the
What's your
picture.
total?
And then with my last inspiration, because I kept track.
What's your total? Tom, we are a little short on time. What's your total?
Oh, 30.
30. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, with your 30, you definitely notice some looks from no one's doing anything about it, but every now and then you do see someone kind of almost double take looking at you a little strangely, or kind of like trying not to look at you, but you do see kind of a couple of glances.
Like they're surprised to see me.
Yes. And then for the rest of you, you do kind of, you look around this kind of staying in this district, that kind of looking around the houses. You do find Sparkle, kind of their black feathers, little like red scarf around their neck. They kind of look over to the group of you, kind of like cock their head a little bit, just kind of just give like a little wave. You just walking over to them. Kind of looks at you, Sybil, because they've met you before. Did you say you said your name to them? No. I know Veldren did. You didn't say your name, did you?
I have not spoken
Okay.
in front of Sparkle, and
Okay.
I also will not do that. I'm gonna let everyone else take the lead.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
This is natural.
The Sparkle will kind of just and like wave to you, Sybil, because they've met you before, even though you haven't said anything.
Yeah, Sybil will just wave.
Sparkle?
Sparkle.
Hi, I'm Astra.
Astra. Kind of echoes your voice back. It's very lovely to meet you, Astra. Yeah, you're hearing different voices, all coming from this Kenku. It's very weird. I don't think you've met a Kenku before, Astra.
Take it from here, Aridia.
Hello.
Veldren voice.
My accent is gone.
Oh my god.
We've broken
we
Hans.
too late
Welcome
tonight.
to the show.
I don't know, Bishop.
It's a very serious campaign, guys. Keep together.
Aridia, do you say anything? Someone's gonna talk to the fucking
Did
Kenku.
you say go ahead, Bishop?
Bishop's
What-
distracted.
that
Bishop's
was
distracted.
Mhm.
What if we just walk away?
Oh my god.
We are looking for. I don't got it anymore. It's gone.
That's fine. Just go. You got this.
French.
We are looking for someone that was taken from
The tavern.
Yes.
was taken from the tavern last night. We were hoping maybe you heard or saw something.
Kind of looks at you. Its little eyes go a
Ezra.
little wider. Kind of like looks to like the group of you, kind of like looks around, and then kind of like gestures off to one side, kind of like almost to like move away from.
Yes, let's go somewhere more
Yes.
private. You are correct.
Let's
We
go
leave Bishop
let's go
where they're looking at everything else, and we
Yeah.
go with them.
you hear them. You say that Astra. You say, yeah, let's go somewhere more private. And he like turns and looks at you, nods, and repeats in your voice, let's go somewhere more private. And kind of gestures for you guys to follow. Yeah, it is a little
best
creepy for you,
NPC.
Astra. This person is just echoing what people are saying. It's very strange.
That's not how I sound, right?
It is.
Oh no.
Yes, takes you off to one side and kind of just like looks to you and you go, and just goes, and just repeats back, it's like, Ezra. And then you hear a voice that you don't recognize. You just hear kind of a older, kind of gruff voice comes from the Kenku. Goes, the young boy that can do magic. Crown's guard. Should be here a couple of days.
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 That's good.
Do you know where he is?
Kind of thinks for a second, almost like looking for the words. Put him in the same place as the others.
Is the others?
Others?
Is
Plural?
Have there been more?
We don't take magic users in this town.
Ah,
Hand them over.
oh,
And then,
Where-
and then in a slightly different voice, you hear you hear a different voice. For your loyalty, you will get a great reward. Sybil, you recognize that voice. It's the commander's voice.
I knew it. As soon as you did it, I knew who it was. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Oh my gosh. She's having a bad day.
Bring the magic users to me, and you will have not to worry about them. It gives you, like, shivers, Sybil. It's so accurate, it's uncanny.
Sybil looks ill. Like, she was pale before, but she's just like...
and where is with the others? Where are they?
Kind of, like, looks around and kind of, like, gestures for you to, like, follow. But, like flaps their wings, like, almost, like, kind of, like, trying to get low to the ground, kind of, like, flaps their wings, kind of, like, almost gesturing for you to, like, get down. As in to be stealthy.
That's
yeah.
stealth.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. They kind of take you through the village.
I'm gonna
And-
sneeze and pass without trace.
Pass trace goes up. Okay, cool. Yeah, you will get a +10 for any stealth rolls. yeah, you guys can roll stealth if you're trying to hide.
Just save that inspiration.
19 plus 2 is 21 plus 10. 31!
Ho,
I've rolled 3 19s today.
Let's go.
25.
25.
22.
22. Incredible.
I'm drunk with cow.
Thank God.
Yep,
plus
you guys are all good. Bishop, you can go with them if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay,
I,
cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Yep. Okay, yeah, you are all directed to the same building that Veldren was directed to, and you hear just very quietly Sparkle just says, "Basement." And then just kind of just like looks to you all, and then you hear Ezra's voice. She goes, "Please don't do anything to me. I'm just, I didn't mean to."
Ezra?
Coming from Sparkle.
Oh. Then I don't say that.
No, I assume not. That's why I clarified.
Did we cross paths with Veldren?
Probably yes. At this point, Veldren, you're hidden, but you do see them kind of
Veldren's
being
just-
directed.
We're just
We go
smacking
right
each
past
other.
him.
the
Veldren
shadows.
just watches us pass.
Mhm.
I'm so hidden still.
Yeah, I think like catching up with him, like, great, you found Sparkle. In the cellar.
See, I can
behind
stealth.
I never doubted you for a second, Astra.
Inside joke.
All right,
go for it.
Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Come
Okay.
on. We gotta
So keep
wrap
it
this
quick.
up. We gotta
You
wrap
don't
this
think
up. We're
you don't think
already
he was
over.
lying.
Uh,
You don't think he was lying.
Okay.
The cellar behind one of the bookshelves. Secret entrance in there. Do we want to go now?
Yes.
All right. And I'll go to grab some thieves' tools out of my
Mhm.
bag and pop the lock on the cellar.
Okay, make me a thief source check.
What is with me? Who am I?
Yeah, you don't got
What
these
have
rolls
you
next
done
time.
with my bestie?
26.
26. Yeah, you literally just
I'm
expertly.
so scared.
This is you've dealt with like expert level locks before. This is literally like you barely like even need a lock pin. You just like put it in, twist it a little bit, comes open in your hands, and you're like, that was easy.
I'll
but yeah.
grab the lock in a way that it doesn't jangle or
Mhm.
anything in my hands. Set it in my bag.
Yeah.
Lift it out and continue to stealth into the cellar.
Yeah. You make your way down. You see the same thing that you saw with through Rust's eyes. You see this pretty kind of cluttered room of just stuff and things, old weapons, bits of materials, that sort of thing. And you are able to make your way over to this shelving unit.
It'd be right behind here. Some kind of mechanism, maybe. Is there any mechanism to open it?
Make me an investigation check.
There it fucking is.
Come back to haunt you, buddy.
Natural one. Natural
Beautiful.
one.
Natural one.
I love to see.
Woof.
Guidance.
I don't know if guidance will make a difference.
No.
That's so funny.
You could give the help action.
I would like, yeah,
No.
I'll give the help action because
Okay.
I'm looking.
Okay, guidance from Astra and help action from Sybil. Oh
roll
no.
another
Oh, is Jay
fucking
back?
nat
Jay
one.
is so back.
The with advantage, that's a 2.
Oh,
Missed you,
I rolled a
bestie.
1 and then I rolled a 2. Plus investigation
Plus
brings
guidance.
that up to a
You got a
7.
D4.
plus guidance.
7 plus guidance. Is it a 4? So 11.
11. I will say, yeah, you look down and you see that this is on almost like this shelf is kind of like a little bit out of place, and it's almost like it's on a track. as you're able to kind of put your hand around the side, and it seems like it would move.
His weak little arms struggle. You can tell Veldren is actually struggling to push it.
Yeah, someone will help you, I'm sure.
I will
Yes,
help
Sybil
pull
and
it.
my 10 strength.
I'll pull it open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
How many
thank
people
you.
does it take?
You pull it open, and you see a large dug-out hole in the side of the wall, leading down a dark, jagged tunnel. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Nice.
Like it.
Yeah, so it sounds like, well, the way things are going, next session might be our final session in this town. We'll see. Maybe some more things will happen. Who knows? But there we go. Thank you much. Thank you everyone for watching. Apologies for the technical issues right at the end there. Also, we went super long today. I apologize. I wanted to get us to a certain point. It was taking us a little while to get there, but we got there eventually. But yes, let's go around and everyone can let us know where you can find everyone at this lovely table, starting with Jay.
Yo. Hello, my name is Jay. You can find me at most of my socials at SEQUO, also known as Sequel, unless it is Blue Sky, which I've been using quite a lot. If you would like to see recommendations of other TTRPGs other than Dungeons and Dragons, follow me on Blue Sky at Voice of Jaca, Jaca, for a wonderful little time, where you can see my inane little ramblings. You can find me here every Wednesday, playing as everyone's favorite Drow Rogue, Veldren Filafar. And hopefully back up in January, you can find me on the other Wednesdays, playing everyone's favorite little halfling bard, Harlan McCann.
My boy.
I miss him.
Oh, thank you very much, Jay. Next, we will go to the wonderful Abigail.
Hello. Hi, I'm Abigail the Nerd, and you can find me under Abigail the Nerd on all the things, all the socials, including Blue Sky. I've got one of those now. And then you can find me here on alternating Wednesdays playing Lunara in New Rollis, the changeling moon druid, who is the enemy of everyone. She is a triple agent, and so very, very fun to see the consequences of that coming up when we return. And then on December 9th, we're going to continue Unofficial Dragon Age Day. So I don't know whose channel that's on. Hang on. I promise I'll be fast.
Is it on the same channel that Nate was on today?
I thought Nate was on this channel.
Mm-mm.
Nate was not on this
Then
channel.
probably
They're on Unofficial Dragon Age Day Twitch channel.
Oh, that's so cool. So I'll be on that on December 9th at 11 a.m. PST, and it's gonna be a trivia game show. So we'll see how much I've learned about Dragon Age in the past year. And we'll find out what happens. That's all for me, though.
Next up, we go to the wonderful Hans.
Hello. Hi, I'm Hans. You can find me across all social media at HansKate. And alternating Wednesdays, you can find me here playing Aridia, and also over on New Age Geeks for Queer and Present Danger, where I play Ashira. That's it. That's me.
Short and sweet. We love it. Next, we come to the wonderful Jet.
Yo, what up? I'm Cospinku on all socials. That's TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Blue Sky. Yeah, you can find me here every other Wednesday. And that's it.
And last but certainly not least, we have the wonderful Tom.
Hi, everybody. I'm That One Warlock. I make the saddest characters you've ever seen on the internet, and sometimes the dumbest. You can find me all over the internet at That One Warlock on all the social medias, every single one of them. I got it. You need a social media? I got it right here for you.
Oh my god.
I do actual plays all throughout the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Mondays coming up in a few weeks, you can find me for season 2 of Werewolf the Apocalypse 5E, the Guardians of Neptune's Cairn, where I play the Therage Glasswalker Travis, who is dating officially now the once was Cairn Pariah. So there's nothing bad about that. On Tuesdays, you can find me over on Game Murder Girl's Twitch channel playing as Professor Backer Jostrums, the half-dragonborn Circle of the Moon druid, who wild shapes exclusively into dinosaurs. Lots of fun. Then you can find me here every Wednesday, either playing as everyone's favorite scaly dumbass Bishop, or once New Rollins comes back up, I miss saying this, you can find me playing everyone's favorite werewolf Dilf, Connor Hutchison. I miss saying that. And then Thursdays, after the break, you can find me over on World Tree Quests in Fathoms Below. Can't really tell you who I'll be playing, as my character is currently dead at the moment. But who knows what could happen. I don't know. And then, B, our wonderful storyteller, tell these lovely people where they can find you.
Hello, everybody. I'm B. You can find me at beadoesdnd on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Blue Sky. As I am now on there. Go follow me on there. I've been building up a following on there. Have I posted anything on there yet? No. Will I? Probably at some point. But yes. You can find me on all of those things, doing all the content stuff. You can find me here every other Wednesday DMing Tales of Agius. Thank you to everyone who's been in and been watching this and supporting. Thank you to all the amazing raids we had tonight. Oh my god, so many people hopped in. It was crazy. I think I was hit 60 viewers at one point. That was fucking wild.
Oh my god.
Hello everyone who popped in. Y'all were amazing.
Love you.
Thank you for being here, and to all the wonderful people who rated us. Please go follow all of those wonderful people. You can also hear my wonderful voice in Era 313, which is our wonderful show we have over on all podcasting platforms. It is our sci-fi radio drama show. It is slash podcast. It is a lot of fun. It is all 8 episodes of the show are now out, so you can consume the whole thing. Each episode is like 30 minutes. It is incredible. We had an amazing time making it. Please go check it out and support it. We've had over 3,000 listens already, which is huge considering we didn't think like even 100 people would listen to it. It's wild. It's crazy. And you know, maybe some more things. Maybe some more things will happen with that in the future. Who knows? More projects, more things. Who knows? But yeah, if you'd like to hear my wonderful voice doing some voice acting in that show, please go check it out. Era 313 on all podcasting platforms. All right, and I think that is me. So let's see if anyone is live to raid right now. Who we got? Anyone? Anyone? I know it's late right now. We are well over. I apologize for us going so late. Do we have anyone that we could raid out to?
I know Fiend Tales Comic is playing D&D right now. Like a special one-shot or something.
Yeah, we could pop over to them. Absolutely. Spread the love. Send me the link to that real quick, and I will pop that in.
Got you.
Yes, thank you all, everyone, for hanging out tonight. Thank you for staying with us till the very end. Thank you to my wonderful players for sticking it out to the very end. I know it was a long one, but it will be worth it going into this potentially final session of this mini arc. Or not even mini arc, just arc in general. Very exciting.
The boy, we have to save the boy.
Yeah, you gotta save my boy.
My boy.
I threw it in a
No, my boy!
by the way.
Not my boy! My boy!
Sybil, help.
Sybil, help!
Oh, Sybil, help! Incredible.
That's my boy.
No, my boy!
It's in Aegis generally.
No, I'm typing it out. Don't worry.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, that should
We've
be
dissolved into
it. The raid has been
chaos.
created. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We love your faces, and we will see you all in 2 weeks' time. Bye-bye.